This podcast features adults using adult language. You have been warned.
Preciously on Acquisitions Incorporated. Wait, that says previously. Previously on Acquisitions Incorporated. Omen Dran, Jim Darkmagic, Benwyn Bronzebottom, and Viari no last name given like he's some kind of supermodel have been threatened with being bought out by Omen's sister Portentia and her rival company Dran Enterprises. But Jim has been privy to some insider information.
And you've heard from her that Dran Enterprises is being paid a lot of money to retrieve 2 missing fragments of an artifact called the Rod of 7 Parts.
Being the party's Rod insider, Jim helps concoct a heist to raid the Rod and the Dwarven enclave of Clan Horn before it can be used in auspicious plans.
What if you posed as a very wealthy noble? You have something that's very, very expensive that you need housed in the vaults. What's actually in the vaults is a dwarf in a box.
I'd much rather fight my way out.
Yeah, I like Pat's idea.
Pat's idea was my plan.
Our heroes plan to infiltrate the Dwarven enclave by hiding Benwyn and Jim in a treasure box and using Omen's resemblance to Auspicia to deliver it.
It stinks in this box now.
An emanation.
Yeah. But it's got the vents. That's not enough.
Their plan to enter is a success. Meanwhile, their Dran Enterprises contact got drunk and forgot a crucial key in a local tavern.
Benwyn, it is your job to make sure that this person doesn't do anything that we don't want him to do.
I punch him.
Wait.
Sway agrees to help Viari find the missing key, while Omen, Jim, and Benwyn attempt to break into the adjacent vault the hard way.
Benign transposition.
No, I can't just bring it to me. I would swap places with it. That's fine.
Where's the problem?
But then how do we get him back?
That's fine.
But in the tavern, Viari and Sway discover a plot brewing.
And the one who doesn't have the snake has something on her belt you've never seen the likes of before.
Who are those people? Who are they with?
Oh, they're with the Black Network.
One of the worst networks.
BET?
No.
Back at the vault, things go from bad to worse. Ironbeard begins to doubt the contents of the box, and unbeknownst to him, the rod is now the contents of Jim Darkmagic.
I keistered that rod.
Eastered it?
I keistered it.
All 15 inches.
There's not a lot of room in this box.
But just as their cover is about to be blown,
This is a farce. None of us have what we are being accused of, and we are being accused.
We don't have it. But if things go bad here, you're gonna die first. Because you're the closest to me. And then I open the top of it.
Is the belt in there? No.
Close the lid.
Close the lid.
Close the lid.
our heroes manage to cling to their alibi long enough to free Benwyn and an invisible Jim to look for a secret escape route in the barracks, where Benwyn makes a bewitching discovery.
She says, "Are you here to search the den?"
Say I'm here to search you, my baby.
I got this.
I know how to do this.
It's gonna be the worst Cyrano de Bergerac ever.
The Zentarum attack, but our heroes escape on Jim's unicorn, only to discover the Waterdeep offices of Acquisitions Incorporated have been slaughtered.
How the hell did the Zents get here? Did they see us there and just preemptive strike
No,
us?
they're like MasterCard. Like, they're everywhere we want to be.
And Portentia kidnapped and taken to the lair of Isohedrus, a white dragon and current holder of the second part of the rod. Acquisitions Incorporated travels north to the lair with the help of Flabbergast, a mage working for Dran Enterprises, where Jim must bury an old rivalry for the sake of the precious rods.
First of all, what the fuck are you doing here?
Let's just get on with it, shall we?
Why are you here?
Olivia says hi. She misses you.
That's weird. You guys are weird.
The Dran Enterprises team, including a grim dark dude who probably only plays Reaper,
Tell him about the fucking frost giants.
helps our heroes wade into combat to steal the second rod fragment in the confusion. Suddenly, a grim dark betrayal.
Kyle will...
Thank God, Kyle.
He'll go over to Benwyn and sort of lay on hands on
That's what we
Benwyn.
want. That's what we want.
Takes the rod and then moves to here.
Wait, lay his hands on you to fucking search you for the rod.
That's right. So this radiant blade goes through your
All
side.
the way through.
And he whispers, "How does 19 work for you?"
And now, with the party in near-death disarray, laid low by a shocking vision of employee mistreatment, we return to a tale so epic, Only the PAX West main theater could contain it. Unkeister your rods and raise them high for Acquisitions Incorporated.
Right? Welcome to the PAX West live game here in Seattle. Our first Dungeons & Dragons game broadcast in cinemas around the country. I would like to welcome all of you, as well as welcome everybody out there watching us right now. Man, oh man, we got a good one tonight. But before we get this show on the road, I have some obligatory exposition to get out of the way. Forgive me. It's upside down. It's a challenge this way. Thousands of years ago, the last great empire of the giants fell after a brutal conflict with dragons. I'm stuck. There. Today, small folk occupy these lands. Recent efforts by evil dragons to bring Tiamat into the world. Remember that story? That was a couple years ago. Yeah. And attempts by small folk to thwart them so upset the giant gods that they shattered the ordning, the hierarchy that determines the giants' place in the world, the hierarchy atop which storm giants once stood. This upheaval could spell doom for us all. Evil giants have embarked on quests to impress their gods, and perhaps even build a new empire here in the north, where your cities and towns now stand. A cloud giant named Stratovon thinks he can forge a new ordning with a weapon of power used to vanquish chaos. Long ago, this rod was used in a war to banish a demon named Miska the Wolf Spider. But something went wrong. The demon's essence became trapped in the rod, causing it to shatter into how many parts? 7! Yeah! Stratovon is close to reassembling it. He'll use it to elevate himself to the top of the ordning and all cloud giants with him. But I fear in doing so, he will be possessed by Miska, the wolf spider, who will, in this new ordning, be able to command all giants. And that will be the end of us all. I'm going to take my position. All right. I get 50 XP. I'd like to introduce our players at this time. Woo! All right. First up, the CEO of Acquisitions Incorporated, Omenifus Hereward Drawn. Patrick Rothfuss as Viari. Binwin Bronzebottom. And of the New Hampshire Dark Magics, legendary wizard extraordinary Jim Dark Magic.
What did we say about the fucking clouds? Good night.
It's the first thing
Gather
they told
around,
us.
friends.
Don't
Gather
step
around.
on the
Don't
clouds.
step on the clouds. First thing you do.
And I was like, why would there
Gather
be clouds
around.
on the stage?
So, Chris, what
Yes,
the
Jerry.
fuck is going on here, man?
I was given a budget. So pay no mind to the elaborate model in front of you. You're not here yet.
Okay.
I'm not anywhere yet.
No, you're in hell.
Which camera is Fathom Events?
You're currently on the plane of beer.
I love that.
Yes.
Is there beer in heaven?
Yes, there is.
All right, otherwise I'm
My
going
campaign,
straight to
yes.
hell. Good.
All dwarves go to beer heaven.
Can you see Omen?
Nope. It's the way I like it.
I can see you through
Hey, buddy.
the arch.
So, are we the giants in this scenario?
Yeah.
I think so.
Is that what this is about? That's
So
really
meta.
that's really big concept, Chris.
Yeah, very, very meta. When we last left you guys, you were split up.
Yes.
Jim Dark Magic and his unicorn disappeared from the battle, and they took Flabbergast the wizard with them.
That's right.
And as far as the rest of you know, Jim was eaten by a big white dragon named Isahedras. Because you saw Isahedras go after Jim, and then there was crunching noises.
I would just like to say I had full confidence in Jim's ability to get himself out of that situation.
Yep.
I appreciate that.
I trust you. I've got your back in sort of a, whatever, other than the literal sense, the
Right.
other sense.
Yeah.
No, what Pat's trying to say is that he has your theoretical back.
And the rest of you, thanks to Viari, managed to crawl out of the frozen citadel back to your airship. The airship.
Beautiful airship.
Yes.
Did you see that?
What?
Our airship is back there.
It's
Where?
back here. Right there.
I can't see past this fucking monstrosity. Oh, is my keg robot on there?
Is your what?
Is my keg robot on the ship?
Yes. All right, but you managed to take the dead Binwin back to your ship.
No, as I recall, we were able to collectively carry him up and out of this.
Yes. And
That's no easy task.
Yeah.
And by the time you get him on the ship, he's just frozen solid.
Ugh. Ugh.
Weekend at Binwin's.
Have you had that chambered?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you know you didn't kill the dragon, so you get the hell out of there really fast.
yeah.
You take your airship and whoosh, gone. But it does occur to you in transit that you have a sending stone with Flabbergast. You can see if he's still alive before or after you leave.
Okay.
It's your first big decision of the night.
But it's basically like a magical cell phone?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you just talk into it, and if he still has his, he can talk into it as well.
It has bars. It's like,
Yep.
okay.
Yes.
Up in the mountains, I don't know. So I'll do whatever you do with it. I'll wiggle it a little bit. And I'll say, Flabbergast. This is Ominifus Hereward drawn.
You gotta say over.
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 No. In D&D, it would be ogre.
I read you
This
ogre.
is Omen Dran, ogre.
Ogre under dark.
Thank goodness you're alive, sir. We thought you had died.
No, someone did die, but it wasn't me.
Well, we're rather stranded, sir. I don't quite know where we are, but you should be able to track us.
How would I do that?
One moment, please. Flabbergast turns to you, Jim, and you've been enjoying this pastoral glade,
Yeah, the
dipping your
unicorn-
toes in a stream.
Unicorn took me to a magical place where I could heal, right?
That's right.
So I don't have 11 hit points, right?
Yep.
Okay. Woo! All right.
You got room in your glade for me?
Nope. No vacancy. That's what my glade says.
Flabbergast says to you, Sir, Omeniphus is contacting us via Sending Stone. Perhaps
Bad.
you should speak to him.
Sure.
And he hands you the stone.
Hey, man.
Was I?
No.
Jim, where are you? I can only imagine that you're in as much trouble and danger as we are.
No, I'm not. I'm in a magical glade, and I've just been combing my unicorn. It's been a pretty good 24 hours, honestly.
Is this glade on the prime material plane? Is this another type of glade?
Oh, no, I think it just takes you to a safe. Like, you're the one that wrote it? Is it a magical glade? Like,
Is it a glade?
So
Are you in a glade
it's in the same
plug-in?
world.
oh yeah, we're in the same world.
Do you know where?
You know where all the trees are? I'm looking around. What do you want me to do? It's like
I need to put
I see birds.
I need to put a bell on him. I'm gonna make a note. Bell. All right.
All right.
I say give the stone back to
Make a
Flabbergast.
perception check.
Perception check.
Yep.
Can do.
What did he tell you about where to roll the dice?
Oh, you're right. 12.
All right, you can see from your vantage point across this beautiful, pristine lake a great snowy mountain, the top of which is carved like a giant dragon's head.
You know where Dragon Head Mountain is? I'm sorry if that's not the name, Chris.
I think so.
It's the one that looks like a.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
Yeah, I know which one.
You know that sweet glade over by Dragon Head Mountain?
I think so. I can find it.
I'm right there, man.
All right.
Make
Does
a
the sending-
history check.
Does the sending stone have Find My Friends? History check?
Jim turns that shit off.
Well,
Wow.
motherfucker. Yeah. I don't know what a 20 in history means. I don't know if that means I know all the shit.
I think you lived there.
You do have maps on board.
Yeah.
So with the help of those maps,
It's not them. I rolled a 20. Like, don't put this on the map. Don't take this from me,
You
Chris.
drew this map.
Yeah.
but what was your total roll?
20.
All right.
Don't think about that right now. I just get lucky and pull out the right map first.
Yeah. Yeah. No, without the use of maps, you actually remember seeing a map that had that icon on it. You know exactly where he is. He's only about 5 miles away.
Okay, so it was quick. I was worried this was going to be some kind of Elysium shit.
I'm in a local glade.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. I point the airship gladeward.
All right. Now, your exceptional roll also, you know that the vale he's in is this weird, idyllic escape in the middle of the snowy mountains of the spine of the world. And that territory is claimed by another powerful dragon, a red dragon named Klauf. But, you know, what are the odds that he's going to be home?
I'm sure it'll be fine. It'll be super.
Dragons are always out.
Yeah.
Is it dragon season?
This is where they all hang out, the spine of the world.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll head back out, and I'm going to try to keep this. I'm going to try to keep the airship as low as I can.
Okay.
So it's not high.
Right. You're skimming
Under the dragon radar?
Yeah.
under dragon radar.
Under the
job.
dragon threshold.
All right. You are able to get to the glade and without hardly any effort whatsoever, find him.
Just stretched out.
Yep.
Okay.
No
and then,
sign of any dragons, nothing.
That's great. And then Binwin has already begun to thaw on the deck.
Well, it's actually pretty cold up in the air.
Do we really want him thawed? I'm just saying, if he's alive, he would like to be thawed. But since he is dead,
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I don't do resurrections a lot. I assume freshness is an issue. Right?
I think
I
that's
don't want you to start stinking, I think.
Well, I hear that like 90% of the time on a resurrection, you evacuate your bowels. So
That's gross, man.
keep that in mind. Maybe get me on deck so we can just sluice that.
Hose it down afterwards.
All right, so
deadliest
When
catch
you land
that
in the
right
Vale,
off.
we're going to land in the Vale, and we're going to take the kind of rest that heals a person all the way.
No, can we? I would love to pick them up and take a rest in any other Vale. In any other part of
Faerun?
of anywhere.
All right.
well,
You don't want to find a B&B in Dragonfuck Meadow?
Have I seen dragons around? I mean, I've been here.
you have seen none.
Man, this place is cool. Just chill here.
No.
I got a.
Not only that, but when you guys touch down and you see Jim, you remember how beat up he looked fighting the frost giants and all that. He looks fine.
I'll let you call him the unicorn. It's the back end.
You're all beat to shit.
Come
You've got
on,
bruises
not
all over
one
your body
dead.
and your.
You know, would this little Vale like be somehow magically protected against
Dragons?
us being eaten by dragons? Is there a ward like that? Do I know? Does the lore spoken of such a thing?
You can make either an Arcana check or a History check, your choice.
That's a great choice
Use this
for me.
and use it inside the magic box.
Inside the magic box.
Shit, yeah, motherfucker.
That is
Yeah.
pretty good for me. 16.
You can sense ambient magic sort of permeating around you. You can sort of glimpse these weird kind of witch lights playing out around the periphery of this Vale. You think that this place does have a great magic to it. Your history, you've heard that Clouthen Vale was claimed by the Red Dragon largely because he was fascinated by the energy of this place. And, you know, a quick heal place for a dragon who has many enemies is gold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is this pool shaped like a big dragon footprint or anything? I'm just looking, you know.
I've seen no dragons, man.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
It's a dragon spa.
Yeah,
This place is 100% dragon free. I guarantee it.
listen, it's not going to be a long time. It's been a real bad day. It's one long rest.
Okay, let's keep the boiler stoked.
Yeah,
Jim,
exactly.
you're kind of surprised you haven't seen Binwin. He hasn't, like, popped
Oh
off
yeah,
the deck.
where's Ben?
Oh, he's on the boat.
Nice.
He's beat.
Maybe we could dunk him. Maybe we could dunk him in this aromatic pool, and if nothing else, it would thaw him out.
I'm trying to figure out how Clouthen would feel if we just started dipping corpses in his magic pool.
No, see, my guess is, if he finds us here, there's going to be no level of rage past what he will already be at.
It's already redlined. Jim,
I think his dial
I
will
want to
only
hustle
have
up
an
to the
11
boat
on
and
it.
find Ben.
Sorry?
I want to go up to the boat.
no, Jim,
Okay.
I need you.
What?
Priority
I was
mission.
gonna go say hi to Ben.
No, don't worry about it. He's napping. I have a priority mission for you.
Yeah.
I need you to use your magical shit, and I need you to determine the nature of the magic in this glade, this pool, this type of stuff.
Okay.
Is there anything that would raise the dead? Did I check?
Oh, God. Is that a 1? That 3?
4.
All right, well, but you have like a 21 modifier.
Well, it depends on what is that wisdom or is it?
That would be intelligence.
Just
Oh,
You could use your arcana.
7.
No, you.
Not that I can think of.
Here, you go. I am sensing something in the forest. Wisdom, Timora, speak to me. Yeah, she says that you got to go a little bit deeper and see about the magic, the tree magic.
All right.
Just come back in a little bit. I'm sure there's some magic out there. And we'll see you soon. We'll see you in a little bit.
All right.
All right. You
take
and
a
I,
walk.
we carry his frozen ass body out of the boat.
Okay.
And we just start dragging it around and rubbing it on the things in this veil. One of these things is going to be magical. We dredge him like if you were making chicken strips. Like we just dredge him all around in the hopes. We dredge for a little bit and then we check, and then we do another quick dredge.
Okay. Now he's pretty frozen solid. Just how are you carrying him exactly? He's also heavy.
Yeah, we're both carrying it.
Yeah.
Okay. Like under the arms and
Yeah,
with the
exactly.
legs. Okay.
Yeah, like Weekend at Bernie's.
All right. I'd like you both to make a d20 roll for me.
Oh man, if we drop him and his arm breaks off, we're.
You'll be mad?
Oh, yeah, I will be mad.
19 and 14.
Wow.
You're in good hands.
Yeah.
With all state.
And with a strength bonus, I'm assuming?
No, just a flat
just a
roll.
D20.
Okay.
Just a flat roll. Okay, you do not break off his arms and legs. But nothing happens. He does not miraculously come back to life no matter what you rub him up against.
Okay, so let's for real thaw him out in this water.
Yeah.
Okay, done.
Okay. And I might have a Hail Mary here.
Yeah?
Because I've been thinking about this since the last game. The very first time I played with y'all, you said that I was chosen by a goddess, and I had a thing that I could do where I could bring somebody back from the dead if I sang a song and got the favor of the goddess, right?
Yes. What's the goddess's name?
What?
What?
What the fuck? What just happened?
He has a magic song.
Malil?
It's really
Malil.
I
Malil.
think of her in my heart.
Well, yeah, listen, and
As-
he didn't choose
as-
her. You know, that's not how it works.
You know what it's
No.
like when the text shows up on your phone, but you didn't text them first. It was just a number. She's like, by the way, if you ever want to bring someone back from the dead,
Right.
check this box.
Yes.
And you're like, who this?
Pray to God.
New phone, who dis?
Who this?
No, Malil. Just
Malil,
Pray to God 5557210. Yeah.
$3.95 a minute, the first minute. Okay.
Yeah, this is a power you have not channeled in some time.
Ever since I wasted it on that imp that then devoured one of our allies, yeah.
Ah, the memories.
So, okay. Are you actually going to make me sing?
I'm not going to make you sing. They're going to make you sing. Right?
Okay. I have been thinking for a while, what song could, if it came to this, I was going to do. So, I could only think of one that seemed like a good fit.
Shut up. The bard is going to resurrect me.
I'm listening.
Yeah. Can't wait.
Okay. Over the misty mountains, through dungeons deep and caverns cold, we must await ere break of day to steal somebody else's gold. And then,
That's my boy.
I kiss him like Neo in the first Matrix, and I say, "Now get up."
You're alive!
I'm alive.
Alive!
Wow. That was amazing.
Ah, 5 more minutes, Mom. I'm alive. Thank you, Omen.
Hey, no problem. Put it up.
You see Omen standing about 10 feet away.
Oh.
Do I come
run
back
over real
now?
quick.
Can I come back?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't see shit out there, man. It's just woods.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's fucking crazy. I'll talk to Timora about it, I guess.
Why do you have Binwin in the water?
Ask him. I don't tell him what to do.
All right.
Just taking a dump in the Dragon Lake.
You were that 1%.
Come on in.
All right. So yeah, it's time to get that rest.
Yep. Okay, you were able to take a short rest and gain the benefits of a long rest.
Okay. Oh, but just
Oh.
the place is banging.
Yep,
Okay.
you're super fresh.
So,
I take a hobo bath.
how many hit points does that rack us up?
You're up to full.
Full hit
Yeah.
points. Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's the good rest. We got listen. I'm gonna mark this place on the map.
I
Yeah.
told you, man.
I'm gonna circle it.
I told you.
This is a Glade and a half right here. This is 10 pounds of Glade in a 5-pound bag.
It actually does. It was Glade of the Year last year. And all the magazines. Oh, Glade magazine.
Give it a positive score on Yelp.
Yeah.
I took a short rest.
A++ would be resurrected here again.
Right. But the moment I'm seeing these wounds close, people are rejuvenated, they're getting their spells back.
Yes.
It's time to muster.
All right. Now, these guys don't know it, but from a high perch in the mountain glade, looking down upon them, is the world's biggest red dragon.
Well, now we know it.
But what are you guys going to do? Hop in the boat?
Yeah.
While I've been resting, I've been telling everyone stories about how excellent red dragons are.
Yeah.
Just,
Right.
you know, they get a bad rap in the press, but as you all know, I spend a lot of time spreading the word about red dragons.
They're good people. To a dragon.
Their charitable works. They smell great.
Oh, incredible. Incredible.
I don't know if they
cookies
can
and
hear us from the
Xbox.
top of the mountain.
Yeah.
And they don't know this, but dragons have the best hearing.
My favorite ones are the red ones.
I hate red dragons.
Make a perception check for me.
What?
Omen has to make a perception check for me.
17.
All right. You notice while this exchange is going on that Flabbergast, who's climbed up on the ship, looks very pensive and solemn and unhappy. And
Like more than usual?
yes, there's clearly something wrong. This should be a moment of jubilation. Binwin is back among the gang. You're all alive.
Back from where?
Exactly.
But no, he does not seem happy at all. He seems conflicted.
Okay. Well, while they're pretending to talk to this red dragon, I'll walk up the gangplank and just approach him. I want to get would it be possible for me to use insight and try to get a sense of his
travails.
motivations here? Yeah. 16.
All right. Well, as you know, Flabbergasted is an employee of the rival Drawn Enterprises.
Absolutely.
But
not authentically. He's like an envoy, basically.
he is an envoy, and he came with you on this mission to the White Dragon's lair to help you recover the second rod. You get the sense that he is feeling tremendous guilt and is thinking about maybe betraying someone.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
If it was me, I'm pissed.
And he's got Mr. Snibbly in his hands.
Absolutely.
He's petting the cat and whispering to the cat under his breath.
And this is all after we had the issue with Kyle.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
From the
After-
series,
right.
and it was clearly a plan. I mean, he was in the employ of Drawn Enterprises and did that under their auspices.
Yes.
All right. I say so. When were you going to tell me about the plan to steal the rod and kill my employees?
He said.
Was that going to come up at any time?
Says,
Did you have a plan for that? Because I have a plan that I'm going to put into effect in Q1 based on your answer to this question.
He says, Mr. Snibbly and I must apologize to you, Master. We did not know that that was going to be the outcome. We did not know that you would be so betrayed. However, I must admit that my current employer has disappointed me. And I have developed an attachment to you, sir.
Is any of this... Hold on. Is any of this legit? That's insight, right? Perception?
Yes.
Where are we going to go?
Insight.
Oh.
I crack open his skull and look directly at his thoughts. That's a 24.
You think that his emotions are genuine, that he is feeling genuine remorse for having been involved in such a black affair.
Oh.
Flabbergast, you've been misused. You understand that, right?
Yes, sir.
You understand that here at Acquisitions Incorporated, we do not treat our employees that way.
We can't hear this, I assume?
If you say so, sir.
It seems to me like you have a skill set and a Rolodex that, after I invent the Rolodex, it seems to me like there's an opportunity to work together here.
He says, yes, sir, and I'd like to both apologize and try to be as helpful as I can, sir. Isn't that right, Mr. Snibbly? Yes, it's right. And he says, the rod fragments, they will be taken to Azural, a cloud castle, sir. Your sister is there.
Which one?
Auspicia, sir.
Okay. I probably have 5. I mean, who knows? I'm gonna run out of puns soon.
Drawn Enterprises is working for a cloud giant named Stratavon.
Okay. Now, is Drawn Enterprises also in league with the Zentarum?
I fear
Does
that may
happen
be so,
on
sir.
occasion? Are they occasionally really fucking evil?
They do seem to be in, what's the word, cahoots, sir.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I'm familiar with the term. What do you know about Stratavon's castle?
It's very large, sir.
Yes, it would be.
Yes.
Yeah.
And all of you can hear this as well.
Okay.
We're in on the call.
At this point, you're sort of, obviously, he's in a very tight conversation with Flabbergast. It doesn't take you long to figure out that there's an intensity there, probably worth your attention.
All right.
And you come just in time to hear Flabbergast say, the castle has 3 large towers, sir, that thrust up from the clouds, the very clouds. There is some sort of magic that holds it aloft, though I'm not sure what it is, sir.
Is it a mythol?
I'm not sure, sir.
Look it up.
But I do know that we are close to, or should I say, Drawn Enterprises and their Zentarum allies are fairly close to giving Stratavon everything he wants, sir. I believe at this point there's only one missing fragment, sir.
what do you know about this fragment? That seems like an important thing to get in an adventure.
He says, I don't know where it is, sir. I'm not sure when it will arrive, but I do know that the Zentarum themselves are going after that one. Auspicia waits at the castle for them. The longer we delay, the worse things could get.
I'm just guessing he wants us to go to the castle.
Well, there is a strong implication.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not. Let's not go to the castle.
Yeah, fuck it, let's not go.
Yeah, let's go get the other piece. That
Binwin walks up, he's like, what are you guys talking about? Subway versus Quiznos? Who's hungry?
I guess.
Oh, your automaton is on deck too.
Oh yeah,
toddling out. Dude, get that spigot in your mouth.
I'm getting spiggity with it.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, so it's got a spigot strategically placed where its dick would be.
No,
I think that's canon, actually.
that's not where it is.
That's convenience itself. So
I don't care.
What we're talking about is an opportunity to seize 6 of the pieces.
Jerry line.
Yes, sir. And should Stratovon find the 7th, should it be brought to him, calamity would almost certainly ensue, sir.
Do you know, as a prior employee of Drawn Enterprises, do you have any conception of the optimal vector to approach the towers from?
He says, the castle moves, sir, and turns. And I haven't seen it myself, I've only heard it described, and I do know its location, sir.
I need to flabbergast. You might not have known that that's how it was going to play out. You knew we were going to get betrayed. Don't lie to me.
He says, I can be a little dense sometimes, sir. I don't always pick up on the nuances of the Drons. However, I did have an inkling as we were making our plans to go after Isohedrus and the rod piece that something was amiss, sir.
An inkling.
The barest shred of an inkling, sir. An iota, if you will, sir.
He has to be watched constantly, and it's my job. You kill people. That's your job.
He says, but you do know your sister, Auspicia, sir, so I believe I can help you further.
The reality is that I'm not sure how much I do know my sister Auspicia. The sister that I know would not have gone to these lengths to murder my friends. So I think that something must have changed in the interim. The fact of the matter is that neither she nor Stratovon can be allowed to have the pieces. So
we're going to Cloud Castle?
We're going to Cloud Castle.
Nice.
Awesome. Is that in the Lando system?
Yeah. Yeah, we're getting cranked up.
Okay, I think it's fair, but Binwin gets to hit him.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to hit him.
Yeah.
Yeah, but right now he'd be expecting it, so just bring it up later.
I'm just saying, you get to know it's coming, but Binwin, you get a freebie whenever you, at least one freebie. I think it's only
I think
fair.
that's fair.
I think so.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I don't want him to know when it's coming.
Perfect. It's even better.
Right in the back of the head.
But not
What's
with
his name again?
Flabbergast.
Flabbergast, but not with the axe.
What's your name again?
No, him. He's the one that betrayed. I was the one that did not betray.
I was dead for a bit. Everything's not back yet.
We'll get a little, we're all going to wear little signs that say, not betrayer.
Not betrayer?
And then you will have to wear the betrayer sign. Clear signaling is really important for these employee relations.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so you are aloft. You're heading out of the Veil. I'd like everybody to make a perception check.
As soon as we take off, I am on whatever biggest dragon shooting thing is on this ship.
Oh, yeah. So as you recall, there is a small, well, not a small, fairly large crossbow on the back, but the big gun is the harpoon gun in the front.
And
it
spike.
has, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And it's really, really good at piercing dragon hide.
Yeah, I'm going for that, the biggest.
All right.
I have a 15 perception. Where are you guys at?
16.
9.
All right.
Under P, 19.
Okay. Are all of you just going to stay on the top deck?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, great. You with your 19 and you with your 16, Jim, can see as you're leaving the Vale that big red dragon perched on a ledge
Oh.
Of what?
of stone.
Oh.
Of chocolate, Scott.
Look at that.
But
all
it
right.
doesn't seem to be taking any aggressive action. It just seems to follow the ship as it rises up out of the Vale.
Keep an eye on it.
Do we got like a big sack of money or something here?
Just throw it out the back.
I'm thinking we've stayed. I love this B&B, and maybe we could leave him a present.
It's just a tip.
Yeah.
Don't worry, the chromatic dragons are the good ones.
I don't think that's it.
No.
I think it's the other way around.
No.
Oh.
The
Yeah.
metallic.
The
The
metallic.
metallic are good?
Yeah.
Well, that's stupid.
Just if you are ever wondering about something like that, just bring it up with me first.
Okay.
Well, I mentioned to Benu, I'm like, dude, did you see the red dragon? So I think everyone knows that there was a red dragon watching.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I saw it.
No, you didn't see it. I'm telling you that I saw
Oh yeah,
it.
the red dragon though. Yeah.
No, but you didn't see it.
Well, which dragon are we talking about?
The red one.
Yeah.
The red dragon. It's clearly right there.
Yeah, it was cool. And then I put my hand back on the tiller.
Okay. So you're not going to leave a tip?
I authorize you to go downstairs and get some chalices or whatever.
Yep. Big as like sack full. Something. It's gonna sparkle and shit.
Okay.
And I'm like, we're already flying by now.
Yeah.
Right.
Bag with a
Trying
big
to draw
dollar
the
sign
dragon's
on it.
attention.
Yeah,
Well,
I
I don't
understand
understand
this
what you're
plan.
doing.
No, he's dumping it out in the glade.
Oh, as payment?
Yeah,
We're
exactly,
gonna-
as tribute.
This is like.
Oh.
Thank you very much. This is the equivalent. This is the dragon equivalent.
What
of
the
a good
fuck
review
is
on
all
Yelp.
this?
Yeah.
It's fog.
We're flying now.
Yeah, we're among the
Oh,
clouds.
we're up in the clouds.
You're up in the clouds now.
We get it, Jeff. You vape.
So in as gracious a way possible, I huck this
All right.
so that it lands and like loose, so it's gonna spill open and sparkle.
Well, in that attractive treasure way.
Yep.
Yes.
Right. And then
Yes.
I kind of keep an eye, and when it hits, does he see that? Does he look down?
He does. He follows it down.
And I say, I mean, this guy's got magic coming out of all parts of him. So I say, we good?
Yeah, you can see he's not only is a big dragon, but he's got wands strapped to his wings.
Oh,
What the
he's
fuck?
a wizard
A
dragon?
a wizard dragon? Are you for fucking real?
Yeah.
And I'll be like, and I go down, and I'll get another bag of stuff, and I come up, and I'm like,
Does he look angry still?
No, he's like,
That's a little claw.
How big is the wand?
Yeah, that's like a tree.
so
It's
yeah.
like a magic tree.
I wink at him as we pull out of the
All right.
sight.
He'll wink back.
Dragon wings.
Oh!
Dragon wings.
Dragon winks.
Yep.
Falcor.
Atreyu!
All right, and then you're up in the clouds. Flabbergast gives you his crystal ball,
Oh.
and he says, you can use this to scry on your sister.
Really?
Did
Oh.
anyone use that to scry on his sister?
Hey, nope. I would like to have one sister
Jim now has the crystal ball.
that's outside of your influence.
It's not up to me.
Flabbergast will say, the device works best if you know the subject you're scrying.
Yeah.
Oh.
I would say,
Biblically?
at least if Jim seduced her and she betrayed us, she would have a reason.
Yeah.
Or maybe he could like bring her onto the team. It's like I don't see a downside. She can't betray us more.
I need supportive
Well,
team
I
members.
turn it on. Do I have to like?
No, you don't turn shit on. So
Why can't I turn it on?
let me check it first and see if it works.
You're not even magical. It's a
I'm
scrying
thoroughly
crystal
magical.
ball.
I'm as magical as it gets.
28 baud scribe ball.
What do I need to use to scry?
Just make an Arcana check for me.
Bet
I'm
mine's
good
better.
at. I'm good at.
The magical trigger for this one is thinking about whoever you're trying to scry naked.
Give it to me.
I give it. I give it to Jim.
Oh, shit.
Uh-oh.
11.
Okay. Certainly the device is better in your hands. It's much easier to use if you're a wizard. And you're able to conjure some smoke and fog inside of it, but you can't actually get an image of her. And part of it is you think...
I smack it a couple times on the side.
Flabbergasted is like... but you smack it a couple times and it doesn't seem to be working. You think your lack of familiarity with her is hindering your ability to discern her location.
I need to get to know her, man. Tell me about her. You got any pictures?
Would that be enough?
That would make it easier.
Wouldn't make it harder. Or it might.
When you support him, it makes my life harder.
Show me the pics.
When we are twins.
Okay.
And if that does anything for you at all, does that change the math for you?
Not especially.
When we were 8 years old, we entered a cavern near our village that children entered to play with on dares.
Okay.
We entered with our sister Portentia. This time, we found a door we had not seen before. She passed through it without the door opening, and I never saw her again.
Ugh. Magic doors, they're not usually great, right? I mean, should I roll to see what I know about doors? Oh, I know a hell of a lot about doors. 22, tell me about magic doors.
Jim spends the next 5 hours of your journey explaining to you the intricacies of magic doors.
Does it matter if I'm awake or not?
Into them.
You got vinyl.
You can go out of them. Sometimes you can lock them.
Yeah.
And sometimes you can unlock them. And sometimes they need a magic key to open and unlock, and sometimes they don't. And sometimes the keys are very specific, and some doors only let certain creatures pass and others not.
Oh, boy.
And on he goes for 5 hours.
And that's what I know about doors.
So, with any increased familiarity, would it be possible to attempt to scry?
Oh yeah.
Again, with a slightly increased capacity.
Right. I'll try it again. Sure.
What I need is a higher number.
Yes.
And I need you to.
It's got to be in the box, or it's Jack dice. Shit. This orb, man.
Is that the AI symbol?
No, it's a 3.
Okay.
So if at your
yeah.
Arcana, what do you get?
It's a 7. 7 total.
You guys need to hold hands and then scry, because then his memories will go.
What if we do that? What if I hold his hand and then do it? There we go. That's what it needed.
You forgot that
24.
friendship is the greatest magic.
Yeah,
of all.
friendship is the greatest magic. Nice. Okay.
I find the right channel. This shit's in HD.
Yes, with the power
4K.
of friendship,
4K.
you are able to see an image of her, and she is on top of this tower.
Shit.
And what you see is a tower of gigantic proportions with these huge telescopes arrayed around it, and trees that seem dwarfed by comparison. There are great domes, one of which has a green flame.
Right now, in a theater, there's someone going, "This is not Jason Bourne." Two old people, like, I don't think this is Kubo and the Two Strings.
You also see from your vantage point, because you kind of got like a bird's eye view, that she is in a courtyard surrounded by Drawn Enterprises stooges, like the ones who went with you to Isohedrus's lair. You can see she is in an argument with somebody who is just out of your view. And
I kind of
it's
turn
just-
a little bit.
You can't hear her, but she's pointing her finger and yelling. You can see from your aerial view a transparent dome of crystal or glass with an iron framework, within which you see a cloud giant with all this crackling magical energy around her, and the floor under her is lit up with all of these ley lines like a map.
Oh, wow. So that's what they're utilizing to find these parts. Almost certainly.
Yeah. And then they just drive this thing wherever they need to?
They could. They could, or they would send their
Whoa.
That's what she looks like.
fucking A.
That looks like bad news.
That's endgame content. That's a raid. That's a full raid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
we need to get gear.
Well, your sister's pissed at somebody, I don't know who, and she's got a giant friend.
Oh, man, they're right.
What do you got, Vieri?
I was just saying, we thought it would be like a super awesome idea to go try to kill a bunch of giants and then a dragon. And we maybe didn't, I'm just, as a note.
Hey, listen, there's no bad questions.
As a note, I think maybe we didn't prepare as much as we could have. And our synergies were limited due to that.
Yeah, for that quarter.
Yeah, and so I know we can't really necessarily stop somewhere and say pick up
an apocalypse dagger.
Yeah, or like several catapults or an army, or a clan of opposition giants. I don't know what could even be helpful here. What's?
Yeah.
I think we do our first ever intern drive.
Am I still an intern?
No.
Good idea.
We got promoted.
Well, we're already close to this thing, right? We're like, this is
Yeah.
We're not traveling for days. This
Yeah.
is hours.
It's close.
Right.
No, we don't
Yeah.
have time to.
He
to
just
mill.
want to like,
We don't have time to mill through a bunch of
just like an intern paratrooper squad.
mean,
just
you could
drop
swing-
them
have
off.
a gun.
optionally,
by the
Shoots
Neverwinter
into like a
franchise
t-shirt
office
gun.
and grab a
The
few.
AI
Yeah.
intern gun. Boom,
No, I
boom.
was going to say,
recall-
what we want is a cannon that fires interns.
I just made that. I made that joke, and then you made
But
it.
you didn't deliver it and no one heard it.
If we can swing by a branch office and get some
Yeah.
interns.
Because you remember all the ones in Waterdeep were killed.
Yeah, I know we can't get them.
Yeah.
Well, we could get them if we had a necromancer.
Neverwinter's close enough that you could swing by,
Yeah.
grab a handful of interns, and put them.
What other ordinances available at the Neverwinter office?
Nothing.
Okay. Yeah, we got to swing through, get the most excited, most enthusiastic,
Yep.
most fragile.
Yeah.
It sounds like we had some interns out there.
I
Is
stand
Jeff alive or
corrected.
dead?
Yeah.
He's dead right now.
Oh, he's dead again? Is Jeff alive or dead?
He's he's dead.
He's dead again.
dead.
Yeah.
All right.
He
I said we
did.
could bring Jeff, but
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can get a handful of interns.
Yeah, we'll get some.
What's in the hold of the ship? What sort of gear do we have in like RD that we're carrying?
What would you like to have?
Nets.
Nets.
what
Got
would
'em.
What would
Heavy
you like
netting.
to
You know
have,
what would you
VR?
like to have?
Casks of Greek fire.
Okay.
What?
That's all I ever wanted.
That's all you got to do? I want a Lamborghini.
I don't know what that is.
But I assume there would be at least one extra balloon and a massive netting in the hold also.
You would think, but no.
Okay.
Good try.
Oh, yeah. What about my beholder robot?
Your beholder tank would not be able to be carried in so small a vessel. It's as big as the ship.
This Iron Man suit?
This is good. Like,
I think we're all right.
Yeah, no.
burn it with fire. Fire works for everything.
Fuck it, we're doing it live.
Yeah.
But it seems to me like the optimal scenario would be to come up through the cloud layer in such a way that we could avoid the telescopes of the main.
Yeah, Rathacon it.
Oh, you know what? I have.
Yeah.
I've got my broom.
Your broom?
Yeah, I mean, I could fly around maybe just by myself. I could scout it out a little bit.
Especially if you can go invisible.
Yeah, I can go. Well, I guess the broom wouldn't be invisible, but that's cool too. I mean,
If they
they'd
see
be
a
like, "Look
broom
at this
just flying
broom.
around,
Look at
like,
that
hey,
broom."
no,
Yeah.
they're like, hey, what a cool broom. I don't think they'd be like, you know,
No.
fucking, what's that? Awesome broom. You know, that's probably how the conversation goes.
Yeah.
But I'm with it provisionally.
Okay.
But the cloud layers, we know from the scry
Yes.
that there is one of these that has a lot more surveillance than the rest.
Yes, this one's got all the.
Right.
Yeah. Now, you have been playing with your new toy, your crystal ball. I'll let you make another Arcana check.
Okay. 17.
You figured out how to sort of break the rules of magic with this item, and you can actually move the eye around and look around.
Oh.
Oh.
I want to see who she's mad at. Is she still yelling at this guy?
Yeah, you can see the argument seems to have ended, but a little ways off on the courtyard, you see a group of Dragonborn.
Dragonborn. Okay.
Yes, dragon men. And
Yeah, yeah.
they're all wearing cloaks and armor, and 2 of them have wings.
Oh.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah, everybody's going to be all fly around on this place.
Yeah.
I think if they have wings, they're Dragonborn Z.
You also glimpse what look like kind of flying around the towers in and out of the clouds. These clouds
Right.
are large griffins.
Oh man. They got griffins and they got dragonborn.
It's a fuck fest.
Let's fight.
Can I do a quick check? Because they have griffins, not gargoyle. Okay, griffin.
Correct, yeah.
What do I know about griffins?
Make a nature check.
So I think Jim's good with animals. Ugh. I'm sorry. What kind of? What the AIs? Nah, I don't know shit about them.
Okay. You know, you've seen them. They're sort of a combination of bird, lion, hybrid.
Right.
So what you tell us is that they're birdy, lion-y things.
Yes.
That's
Kind of got like a beak and then like some wings.
No, and they're kind of like, rah, rah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know they're probably carnivorous.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Good call.
Now, I want to know the stakes here. Like, if somebody gets this whole rod together, right, and somebody who's powerful enough to do it, and then they get the rod, that's a lot of mojo. And then the demon comes out and possesses them and has the mojo plus their mojo.
And then they basically all giants become wholly owned subsidiaries of a spider demon person.
Right.
Yes.
Are we looking at, because if this is like, oh no, they're bad giants, they were kind of already bad, but are we looking at like rise to power conquest? Or is this like
World ending?
scorched earth apocalypse scenario?
I would describe it as existential, yeah, because they're way bigger than regular people. They're super big. They're giant.
Because there's already terrible things in the world, and I'm just saying our mission statement. Remember how we worked on the mission statement?
Yeah.
Our mission statement was pretty focused toward making money,
acquiring wealth,
reducing intern deaths. Not eliminating. I give
Yeah,
that up.
yeah, that's fine.
Just somewhat reducing the deaths, but there wasn't, rush in and die kind of for some good in the world. But if this is the apocalypse, right, then I would happily go in, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, exactly. But the situation I'm describing is we are Acquisitions Incorporated. We acquire. And this is an opportunity to acquire 6 things at one time.
Yeah. No, good point.
Yep. VR, what
Can't
I'm
argue
saying
the
is
math.
that it's completely on brand.
I'm down.
But here's my case. So the device, the 6 parts of the rod are being brought here. I don't see any reason why we need to contend with all this. What we need to do is, like a raptor, like
intercept,
like a bird of prey. What we need to do is attack and destroy that boat. I mean, I'm fine as long as they don't. I mean, they'd be able to track it down, but I mean, we could buy a lot of time just destroying the vessel.
So you just want to hang out below them?
What I want to do is I want to make sure that we intercept that craft, and I think that we may be able to use the scrying orb to get a sense of where it's en route.
Oh, you know, the Zentarum women who shot me. Give me that. Give me that.
The orb?
Yeah, give me the orb.
All right, you got the orb.
I try to picture them.
All right. You only met them casually as you were.
Boom!
Oh my gosh.
Whoa.
I think that Viari has met a lot of women casually, but that doesn't mean that it wasn't memorable.
I loosened it.
Clearly.
You loosened the orb?
I loosened it, yes.
Okay.
All right, so it's like you know them, and when you concentrate on them, you can see you catch them both in what you would call an intimate moment.
Give me the orb.
Let me see.
Just a second, it's still hazy.
Give it back.
No, let's see.
So they're not like on an airboat going to a mountain tower?
It looks like they're in some sort of tavern room, bedchamber.
Is it a cloudy mountaintop tavern?
You don't see any evidence of clouds or mountains. You do see a window, but it's covered. The curtains are covering it. So the room is quite dark except for some candles lighting it.
Is it just the two of them?
Oh my God, she just took it off.
Oh.
Yeah, it appears to just
We
be
need
the
to
two.
snag that orb.
We got shit to do.
They're,
Jerry, give me my dice. What did I roll?
Can I do a knowledge check to see if the Zentarum take interns?
Sure. Boy, howdy.
Yeah, what were we? Were we talking about?
Yeah.
You were
The rod
watching
of- the rod of
Scrying
seven
porn.
parts.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. The ship.
Yep.
Should
Yeah.
attack the ship. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Okay.
There's no evidence looking at them that they're in a ship. You can see their sidearms are on night tables or nightstands around the room,
Yeah.
some clothes thrown about the floor.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I would. Yeah. Okay. Okay. You're done. Orb time's over. All right. Yep. Here you go. Orb. And then.
All right.
Make a dexterity.
Oh, no!
You see him sort of catch it, and it goes over the ship.
Wait. Can I
Mage
mage
hand.
hand it? Can I mage hand it?
Make a perception check. You're in the clouds.
12 plus 1 is 13.
Nope.
Damn it.
It's out of range.
Broom! I jump.
All right, Jim goes off the ship.
I'm just holding the broom, falling towards the orb right now.
Yes. The rest of you?
And you know, I don't feel bad about that because some young adventurer just walking down the road is going to find that orb.
No, they're not.
It's gonna
start him
change
on
his
a
life.
path to adventure.
Yep.
One time I found a bag of orbs down by the creek.
So can I grab it?
All right, so as you race down and you break through the clouds,
Yeah.
you see two very large silver dragons.
Silver.
Those are good.
Metallic.
Metallic. Silver's a metal.
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
You need to open up a dialogue.
I got two of them here. And they immediately sort of dive after you and just sort of follow you down. They tighten their
Nice.
wings close to their bodies. just like
It's like a
wingmen.
blue angel.
Like you would see on the side of a van.
Yeah.
Yeah. And one of the dragons turns its head toward you and says, "Hey, Jim, it's me, Vandal."
Oh, these guys. Hey, we're
Yo, what are you doing?
trying to catch this orb, man.
Oh, shit. All right. So as you near the ground, I'll have you make another perception check to see if you can see this transparent glass orb.
10. No, I'm sorry, 9.
All right.
9.
Don't I'm sorry and make it less.
The dragons are falling alongside you, and one of them will say, "It's right there. It's right there."
Thank you.
You get advantage on your last check. You see a town approaching.
Oh, it's advantage. So you get one
Oh,
more
I
roll.
get another. Okay.
You see the rooftops of a town getting
18.
very, very close.
19, 20. I got 20 total.
All right. As this crystal orb falls toward this town,
And this die is bullshit.
Yeah, use the big one.
you reach out to grab it and snatch it. And now I need you to try to pull up.
Oh.
Oh,
New die.
This will
You'll
be,
be fine.
you can make an Arcana check on this.
I'd like to say this should be a really familiar gesture.
23.
Yes. You pull up. Now, how close to the ground do you want to get? You see people milling in the streets down below, just doing about their business.
You have to buzz the tower.
Top Gun, buzz the tower,
I buzz
yeah.
the tower. We're
Yeah.
buzzing the tower. And I snag an apple. And you see like the guy down there, he spills his coffee. What? Jim Dark Magic.
Maverick!
Dark Magic.
All right. You
And then
can-
freeze
Hey,
frame.
Dark Maverick.
What?
Here. You need to tell these silver dragons about the bullshit we're going through up here.
The dragons will break off before they get too close to the townsfolk. You seem to swoop by. You go right by a tower. You see a woman just sort of, she's just sort of thrown the morning windows open and is looking out into the sky. And you go whoosh, right past her, and her hair gets blown everywhere.
I leave one of my signed pictures.
Little heart.
Little heart.
Yes, it flutters right in onto the sill in front of her, and she looks at it longingly.
All right.
Now.
I'm going back up.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
But
The dragons follow you back
yeah,
up.
Exactly.
Yeah, on the way back up, I'd tell him like, dude,
When
there's
he
this
comes
castle.
back up to the ship, you
Yeah.
see he's cradling the orb, and 2 silver dragons burst up out of the clouds on each side of him.
Dragon.
Oh, just pull him right onto the spike.
Yeah.
All right. So we're good. We're good. We got some dragons.
Yep.
Game over, basically.
Now, are these dragons? Because they know you. Was I around? Do I remember these? Did they
So
fight
you-
with us?
Yeah, you.
Because he was a little gnome before, right?
That's right. He
Yeah.
was a
Yeah.
little halfling guy.
Yeah. You were. Oh no, that was
Morgaine.
Morgaine.
It was Morgaine.
Okay,
That's
so
right.
Before you.
I don't know this. I don't
Okay.
get. Oh, here, want me to do that?
Much love.
That was back when the you was this really nice, pretty girl, but now it's you. Who just says, I want Greek fire.
And one of the
DM's
dragons
like,
says,
"Whoa."
"Hey, Ben!
Hey!
Ben, Ben, Bo, Ben,
Guy.
banana, fana, bo, fin,
I hate
feet,
that.
five, mo, min.
I hate that.
Ben!"
Told you I hate that.
Listen, do you, I assume that you know what's going on around here. Is that accurate?
If you're talking about the Cloud Castle,
Yeah.
yeah,
it's
we were
pretty big.
scoping it out.
Yeah. I can give you the
They got a
preview.
silver dragon prisoner in there, big one named Clarion.
What?
Oh,
that so?
What?
Well, listen, I feel like there's an opportunity for brand synergy here. The fact of the matter is, if I was to say that there was a rod of 7 parts, would that ring a bell for you?
Ooh, good
Does that
question.
make sense?
Nope.
How do the dragons have to roll? Listen,
Rod of how many parts now?
here,
No, we were just gonna fuck up that castle anyway.
let me top level it for you. There is a mystical apparatus, part of which was inside Jim's body briefly. That, when combined, forms an object of incredible power, but the problem is that it's been corrupted by a demon, and the person who is trying to seize it is going to get corrupted
Whoa,
by
too
that.
much backstory.
Well, no, listen. We have to get it, or we won't be able to acquire anything in the future. That's the problem.
Okay.
All right, so I feel like there's a mutual back-scratching opportunity here.
Sure.
We help you bust out your pal.
I already asked them if they would come help. They said yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. I have a PowerPoint presentation if you'd like to see it. I actually went and got some premium fonts, so it's kind of a good one.
That's especially funny because I make PowerPoint presentations.
Oh.
Font jokes are
Target demo.
hilarious.
Target
Yeah.
demo.
It says, yeah, we're aboard.
So which of the
Call
towers?
the shots.
Yeah, which of the towers is your compatriot locked up in?
I guess in the big one.
That seems like a fair guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This
one.
Have I ever ridden a dragon?
Is it a bucket list thing?
It's awesome. You should try it.
Really?
Yeah.
These guys seem cool, right?
They seem pretty cool. They also seem very shiny and sleek.
Yeah.
Whoa. Ask. Wings are not consent.
Oh, yeah.
He says,
Did that get you?
That got me. That was good.
No.
We're gonna t-shirt. We're gonna t-shirt that.
Hi, Fathom Events.
the smallest tower has what looks like some sort of landing pad or some sort of
Yeah,
I got that
dock
over here, I
or
think.
something. And then there's a glowing magical blue bridge connecting it to another tower that's got an arboretum and a chessboard
Uh-huh.
with the immortal game all laid out on top
I can
of
say we can, like, there's a dock here for airships.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it literally
got
has a place to tie up.
An
Beacon?
airship.
Yeah.
Well, here, it seems like the first step,
No expense was spared. I mean,
the first
shit
step,
works.
I feel like, is to
What?
do a pass over the first tower where we would land and hit it with a barrel of Greek fire just to prep the ground,
Okay.
right?
I like that idea.
Okay. Done. So
right.
that's our plan.
All right.
Is to bring the airship up by this,
Yep.
Greek fire, optimal situation, fire a torpedo, fire a hooked, device through someone, pull them off and just let them dangle for a while while we hook up, while we tie up to the dock.
All right.
Now, here's a quick question. While we're scrying and like surveilling here, are there any clouds above? Or is this just?
Are you looking for some kind of cloud chandelier? There's nothing up there, man.
No, what is
Give it up.
you can only rise so fast, but you can plummet down as quick as you like. So if we could come out of the clouds, drop it, and then dock,
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
rather than because otherwise we'll be like,
Okay. All right. I gave you a bunch of shit, and I apologize. That's a good plan. So are we?
that said, I am curious about the cloud chandelier.
In the same way that one can be between two ferns.
Oh, yeah.
Are there two cloud layers here?
There are multiple cloud layers, yes.
Okay.
Above and below.
Yeah. The problem is that any attempt to get up past that other layer is probably going to expose us to this
Could be.
surveillance apparatus.
If we could, but since we're coming at this from like hours away, maybe we could get up way high and
From
come
back
in.
then. Okay.
Yeah.
This is the plan, and
Yeah.
we're doing it.
Let's go.
All right.
Okay, so on the way, I will like kind of sidle up to whatever one of these dragons like looks kind of the more amiable, and I'd be like, wow,
That would be the one calling himself Vandal.
you are like,
Really cool.
your armor's like tenfold shields. Your teeth are like swords. Your claws, spears.
We
your,
do not
your breath, a thunderbolt.
Yeah, that's all great. Where's Morgaine?
Yeah, she's not around anymore.
What, do you want to ride me? Is that what you're asking? You want to ride me?
Well, I don't
Do I
know.
look rideable?
I don't know if you're into that. I've never tried it, but if you're into that,
Do you want to be ridden?
Yeah, I mean,
That's the question.
Yeah.
He says, hey, I'm game for anything.
I want to see this.
You want a drink?
Yeah, you see him transform into a halfling on deck.
Wow.
That's pretty cool.
So are you a dragon that can turn into a halfling or a halfling that can turn into a dragon?
I am the former.
I've never understood that.
I don't know which is which.
No, it's not the latter.
I've never understood it. Former and latter. I've always, like when I read it, it's like, well, and then Trump should do the former. I'm like,
So
well,
you,
I
you
don't know.
sort of cozen
Yeah.
to him and offer him a drink from, what the hell is that thing's name again?
Which?
Thank you, Tipsy.
Tipsy, all right.
Yes, so you pour a drink out of Tipsy and you hand it to him. He gets good and sloshed.
Okay.
Says, I'm ready!
Well, first time I'm riding a dragon, I'll drink a little bit too.
All right.
Sort of a more social lubricant,
All right, so here's what I like. Could you bring the barrel with you while we're dropping down?
Dragon could easily clutch
yeah.
the barrel.
While we're dropping down over here, you guys are dropping that off on a strafe over that.
Cool.
And, breath weapons, the whole 9 yards, just to prepare the ground for our arrival.
Cool. And then we get him on two fronts because I can jump right off this dragon, and start fighting there. You come at him from the other side.
Exactly right.
I can see nothing ever going wrong with this plan.
No.
Let's do it.
I know exactly what I want to do.
Good.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Right.
Do you know how to cast Featherfall?
Yeah.
How long does that last?
I can find out for you.
All right.
Duration 1 minute.
Okay.
That's usually enough to.
So I'll just say, if I need you to do that, my signal will be. I'm gonna scream 2 long screams and then 1 short scream.
Okay. Now I'll hit you with the feather.
And those sound totally different than the I've been stabbed scream.
Yeah.
I've been kidnapped scream.
Distinct.
Yeah, very.
I'll keep an eye on you.
Yeah. All right, let's hit it.
All right. So Vandal will assume his draconic form. You'll hop onto the back.
Okay. Is there? How am I gonna fall right off this?
Oh, probably.
No.
Are there spines?
Yes, you can grab onto the spines.
Okay, spines.
Yep.
But is he super slippery as
The
well?
other possibility is you could grab onto one of his legs, like one of his claws, and kind of ride the claw down below.
Does the claw kind of hang down in a shape like this?
Yeah. And one of them. I see where you're going.
Found his fucking cloud
You did.
chandelier.
Right.
Dragons are
Yeah,
really
it's
just
just like
flying
that.
chandeliers.
If you think about it.
I don't
Put some
know.
lights on the end of his talons.
I don't know why, but I find this shape very comforting.
Yes. That's strangely comfortable for you.
So,
and the other one's got the big barrel of Greek
Barrel.
fire in it.
That's cool. So yeah, I'll go and I'll take something that can also, does it hit the ground and burst into flame, or does somebody have to light it?
Somebody has to light it.
Okay, so then I'll
I can-
have. I'll take
That's easy.
Yeah,
like a
that's easy.
storm.
Firebolt.
Storm. Oh, well, just in case you're busy, it will land in the same place, so I'll have like a storm lantern, so the light won't show off.
Right, got it. Okay. So he's on the back of one dragon. The other dragon is,
The foot of the dragon.
yeah, foot of the dragon. And the other dragon, do you want him anywhere near the ship, or do you want him to stay with the other dragon?
Well, I basically want him to be operating strafing runs with
Okay.
the breath weapon
Okay.
24/7.
Done. All right. You take the ship up into the high clouds.
Yes.
And you want to bring it down near that tower, or you're letting him take care of that tower for you?
I think we're gonna all land there, annihilate it. You're gonna dock the ship and come out.
Exactly.
And then I'll try to come at it from this side. So we'll drop there, and then
Okay.
I'll land on.
But you're all coming down on the
We're all
little
coming
tower.
here, yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
From two sides.
I would like help to move this
Want me to do that?
there.
Oh.
because I'm going to kill myself.
Oh, the whole thing moves? Oh, that's slick.
Actually, if you'll take that away, around to the other side. You don't have to get really close, just in the general ballpark.
Doop, doop, doop.
So cool.
Take my eye out, Pat.
Get crucified.
Come on, come on.
All right.
Bring it on into Omeletville.
There we go.
And Scott, can I
Yes.
hand you the minis for you four?
Okay.
Great. There you are.
Jim,
Okay.
me,
So,
Omen.
timing-wise,
Yeah.
Omen, you got this all coordinated with your crew. How do you want to do this?
I have I want Tipsy to dump
Yep.
all of his beer out. Then I want to fill him with Greek fire.
No.
There's Tipsy.
And I say,
All right.
we might need to get a flint near that spigot.
All right.
And I mount him. I'm going to be riding him in.
All right,
that
yeah, so
cool?
you hop on its shoulders.
Yeah.
Grab around his head.
Like I'm like this with axes on his shoulders.
Yes.
Yep.
All right.
Right.
Boarding parties. All right.
So the timing comes down. They're dropping the Greek fire in the back. That's when we drop and descend
All
in
right.
the front.
The first barrel of Greek fire slams into the top of the tower. Right amid what you can now see is a frost giant, a big one, which has a chain in one hand clasped around the neck. This chain is attached to a shackle around the neck of what you think is an adolescent fire giant.
What?
That he is basically made a slave of.
Man, that's a
What the
dick
hell's
move.
going on here?
Wait,
You can
what?
also
Fire
see-
There's two
It's hard enough being a
giants
teenager,
fire
right?
giant?
Somebody
Fire
kidnaps
giant.
you.
It's
You also
already
see dwarves with blue, icy skin.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
I've
the
seen
Greek
these
fire
before.
smashes all over the tower. And you are in the claw.
Yeah, I would jump right down there afterwards.
All right. Onto the Greek fire.
No, no.
Near-ish.
Like land on the protruding dock.
Actually, I will be coming in this side with the
Okay,
hope
so
of, I want to
near the
distract
magic
them
bridge?
this way. Yeah.
All right. And how are you going to do this landing thing?
Why? If I
How close
had,
would you like the dragon to get?
well, personally, I would love to like land right
On
on
the
the
top?
giant.
Oh,
Oh, you want to be on him?
Yeah.
in that case, I will have you make an attack roll.
Okay. Can I get advantage because of surprise?
Sure.
Yeah. I would be surprised.
I don't see how I lose in this scenario.
What
honestly.
pictures of Chris? Seriously, what photos of Chris do you have? I don't understand.
You get special double advantage. I just made it up.
Roll 8 dice. Make up a number.
It's gonna be in the next dragon, I promise.
16.
All right, yes. You are dropped right onto the frost giant's back.
Nice.
And the frost giant's already angry because he's got all of this syrupy liquid covering him at the moment. Next part of your plan.
Yep. We're dropping down, and I know that
Okay.
there are crossbows set around the perimeter.
Yes.
The interns are just opening up on the surface of the landing pad.
Are you regretting those claw gloves right now?
Yep.
Yep. Not conducive for picking up minis.
All right, we'll use these goods.
Okay.
There you
No,
go.
the funniest part was
I got
before the show when we were backstage was watching him use his phone.
So you dropped the interns from the ship?
Well, no,
All right.
they're
And
on
you're
the-
barking
they're
in
on
order
the
to them to
crossbows,
open
just
fire?
opening up on the deck.
What
Or
order
what?
do you give them exactly?
What's that?
What order do you give the interns exactly, Captain?
Yeah, that they are to fire on all targets, all enemy targets on the landing pad.
All right. Currently on the landing pad, there are a couple little dwarves with icy skin. They unload on them. The dwarves get pierced multiple times, and they drop dead.
Oh, that's what I'm looking for.
Thank you.
Easy cheesy peasy.
Yep. Next part of your plan.
All right. Now, it's your plan to basically run right off the deck and down onto this thing.
Yeah.
And get in there.
Yeah.
Let's see it happen.
All right.
Win-win.
Optimally, Scott, we're not quite landed right where you need to be yet, and you're jumping off.
Well, my thought was if I jump off, right, with axes secured in my little back things, I'm sure there's a Phalar will tell me what the word for it is. Right now, Farrah's like, they're called something clasps. But flint, steel.
Yep.
And me and Tipsy just fucking John Woo.
Yes, exactly.
And right when we get to here, I just open his spigot and and light that stream of Greek fire.
All right.
So he is literally pissing fire.
All right.
Now, this is gonna take a dex check, because when we get to about here, I'm jumping off that sumbitch. Because I know what happens when he lands, and I'm like, bye, Tipsy, I love you.
Okay,
Are you good at that?
What?
Are you good at doing that?
Sure.
Okay. I use my cantrip, Guidance.
It's an attack roll, right?
So that one willing creature can add 1d4 to an ability check of its choice.
Excellent.
All right.
So you and Tipsy hurl yourselves off the deck, make that dexterity check, and add a d4.
Before I roll this, I want to dedicate this roll to Rob, Gabriel Schiebel in West Des Moines, Iowa.
Okay.
They're watching in the theater.
That's awesome.
That's banging.
That's not a great roll.
Damn it, Rob and Gabriel.
Feather fall.
Yeah.
Feather fall.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit him with the feather fall.
That's 10. Is it Dex?
Yeah.
Oh.
Is it athletics?
12.
That's pretty good.
That's not bad.
That's not bad at all.
Okay. I'm just checking.
Tipsy lets the spigot flow. You use the axes to create a spark that
Ooh, I
creates
like
this-
that better than Flint and Steel.
Oh, that's sweet.
That's badass.
Yes. There is a rain of fire down upon the top of the tower and a massive explosion.
Rain of Fire starring Matthew McConaughey.
I'd like you to make a dexterity save.
Oh. Now, a dexterity save or an acrobatics check?
Save.
Remember your uncanny dodge and all your other all your other thiefy
Oh,
bullshit.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. 15.
Nice.
No, you're good. You're good.
So when the blast goes off, everything explodes around you. The fire giant does not seem to be perturbed much in the least.
Cut that chain.
But all of the ice dwarves just get vaporized.
Yeah.
And the big guy that you're on the back of gets blown backward toward the bridge.
Oh, shit.
And he is just absolutely ablaze at this point in time. His furs are all on fire. And he is just screaming at the top of his lungs, "Oh my God, this is the worst!"
No, I mean, we are talking about a situation where he literally can't even.
This is the frost one?
Yeah, just have him start running out onto the bridge.
No!
Okay, I'm pretty much just ready to kip off of him
All right.
when
Scott, if you could just put him out on the bridge, that would be great.
Oh, past Viari?
Yep.
Technically, I'm on his back.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
There we go.
Wait.
Oh.
Yes! Yes!
In Dungeons & Dragons, anything is possible.
All right, Viari.
Okay.
Here, Viari.
That's awesome.
Viari and Binwin.
Yes.
Your order is to cut the chain. So this guy's jumped back, but he still has this chain that he's holding, right? So this fire giant's getting dragged around. You guys need to cut that chain and offer him an internship at Acquisitions Incorporated. Limited internship.
All right, and you have landed successfully exactly where you wanted to.
But Tipsy's gone, right?
Yeah, well,
He exploded?
Tipsy went kaplooey, and metal shrapnel from him just sort of embedded itself in the walls, the doors, the frost giant, and actually I'm gonna have you make another dexterity save.
What's gonna work? Teamwork.
Yeah. So that's that's the bone zone.
Okay. Wait, just give it to me.
All right. You take 2 points of damage.
Oh, that's not so bad at all.
Not bad.
Well,
I
poor
have
Tipsy.
I have uncanny dodge. Can I take half of that?
Yes. Yes, you can.
You can take 1 point of damage, and you get your own pie.
Jim, you've been holding out?
Yeah, I mean, what looks like a threat still, it sounds like everything is dead
Yep, pretty much.
or dying, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
What about
And
the
there's
fire
still the
giant?
fire giant with
No.
the chain connecting
Yeah.
him to the frost giant.
I imagine that chain is getting weakened from the heat. Could you firebolt that chain?
I could probably just magic missile it. That's guaranteed to hit.
Hey, I like that.
I love this man.
Yeah.
All right, roll your damage. Do you want to amp that up, like cast it at a higher level to get more missiles?
Yeah, I might as well. Let's
okay.
do it at 4th level.
Let's try to guarantee it. Just spit.
Well, like, we still got
missiles.
still got like 2 more towers and some bad stuff here.
But magic missiles, what level is that?
Well, I could cast it at 4th level, and that would be
Oh, I see. It's not a cantrip.
another dart for each level.
Yeah.
First, it'll be 4 missiles.
That
But it's not a
cloud
cantrip. You can
giant
only do it a limited number of times.
Yeah.
I don't know magic.
Oh, shit. Who's this asshole?
Why'd you do that?
He told me to.
Oh. Well, hold on. Who's this guy?
Who's this douche?
That's a cloud giant.
An otter
You still
giant?
want me to spend my turn hacking
No.
a chain?
No, I want you to
I'll jump
annihilate.
down and hit the chain.
Okay.
Yeah. I want you to start working immediately on these other 2 bridge giants.
Okay. I'm going to hit the one that just came out onto the bridge.
Okay.
Do you have a lightning bolt?
No, I don't have a lightning bolt. I've got
I don't think
I've got
lightning is
fire
good
though.
against the storm.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
You want to hit lightning bolt
Lightning
on a
is
cloud
like
giant?
Reiki for them. It's
No,
like,
yeah.
Yeah, I need. Where's my?
That's
DC?
like a day spa.
Right.
Yes, I'm gonna cast firebolt. It's 2d10 against this guy.
Outstanding.
So but you have to make the.
You have to make an attack roll. Use your spell attack bonus. Add that to your d20.
+4.
Oh. Boo.
All right.
Does a 7 hit?
It hits him right in the chest, but does not seem to burn through his attire and his
His
breastplate.
shirt stopped you.
Yeah, his shirt stopped your spell.
Must be some kind of magic weave.
Yes.
The mystical weave.
Jim, from your vantage point on the ship, you see a crackle of energy from inside this dome.
Uh-oh.
Shit's crackling.
It's
Crack-a-lack-crack-lacking over there, man.
Patrick, remove the bridge.
Oh.
Wait, whoa. Well, what about
With pleasure.
So just take that guy off and put him down on the table somewhere. I never mattered. Yes, the frost giant, still aflame like a torch,
just sails down.
falls down into the clouds. Patrick.
What? Oh!
Don't look down.
You are now in the air. What would you like to
This
do?
is some Wile E. Coyote shit.
Now, can I kick off of this guy I was on? Like jump off of
You
him
can certainly do that. And you can also see there is a chain leading from him
to that giant?
over
Isn't
to
that
the other
awesome?
giant. And that suddenly
yeah.
gets taut.
Okay.
And the fire giant starts to skid across the flaming Greek fire.
Dude, you need to
toward
run
the precipice.
along the chain.
Yep.
This
So,
would be the sweetest shit.
Legolas.
Mike, can you move the fire giant so he is right at the edge?
Dude, you have to do both things.
Okay, I can do this.
You have to get up the chain and you have to destroy the chain.
So
And then you got to get off the chain.
Yeah.
as soon as he starts to fall, I'm gonna kick off him in this direction.
Yep.
And then if I can't make it all the way there, then I'm gonna grab for the chain.
Excellent. As you can certainly reach for the chain if you need to, but let's see if you can make it without it.
And this is
This is a dexterity acrobatics check.
acrobatics check.
Yeah. Maybe the first actual use.
And Patrick,
Yeah?
because of your remarkable song, I'm giving you inspiration.
What the fuck?
Okay, I'm gonna
Inspiration in an
save that
HJ.
maybe for
That's creepy, sir.
24.
All right. Yes, you were able to grab on to that ledge.
And
So
cut.
I want to grab the ledge, and then with the apocalypse dagger,
Sure.
I want to break the chain.
All right. As soon as you strike the apocalypse dagger in, the chain explodes and just bursts apart.
That's exactly what I wanted. And I look up at him and I say, "You're free, brother. Join us."
All right. You have certainly done him a great service. Make a diplomacy check with advantage.
With advantage. Why not?
Charisma.
I don't see diplomacy as that
Oh,
persuasion.
I'm sorry. Persuasion. My
Why
mistake.
don't you just tell me the name?
I know
number
the
you wanna
rules.
roll?
Whoopsie.
That doesn't count.
Okay, so.
Oh, that
still-
doesn't count. Roll again.
Nat 20.
25.
Yo, Chris, we gotta have a situation where he like reaches his giant hand over and picks him up off the ledge, right? I mean, that's how this has to work.
Yes,
And
you're
just
right.
burns him alive.
Yes,
Oh, yeah,
he'll-
no, and just bites his head off.
Like a caramello, right? It's just
Stretch.
strings coming out.
he does pick you up sort of out of the burning that's all around you and holds you up above the fire and says, "Thank you. I fight alongside you till death." Now, I'm going to do this very carefully because this is a delicate operation.
Oh shit.
What?
Wow.
Oh, I didn't see that. Oh, there's a
Now,
jump puzzle on that
where's the
side.
bridge?
Can you hand the bridge over?
Yes, sorry.
The bridge reappears to connect these two structures.
Oh!
Oops. There we go.
Schwam.
That'll do.
Wow.
There we go.
Cool.
Cutting you off
Yeah.
from the rest of the castle.
How far is it between those?
A lot farther than you can jump.
No.
But is it farther than he can throw?
That's awesome.
Guess we'll find out.
Did I get any indication of like the spell that caused that to happen? It came from there?
Yep.
Okay.
Omen,
Yeah, we have two silver. I know.
what would you like to do?
We need to get the silver dragons to help us get over to the other side.
All right.
But I'm still ready to move the ship itself. We don't have to go grab it and bring it over. Theater of the mind. But we need to get this operation with a combination of brooms, dragons, and airships. We got to move our situation over here.
All right. So you got your broom.
Yeah, I fly right over there.
The silver dragons can swoop in and grab you. and can snatch you
Thank you.
off the thing. And you have a giant pitching you from rooftop to rooftop. He asks you, where would you like to land?
Oh, I'm gonna actually ask him to aim for. How far is this? Like
about 100 feet.
100 feet.
I want to make sure you
He says he
understand
can
what
throw
an airship is.
He can throw a boulder farther than that.
How many times a day can you cast Featherfall?
No, I'm good. We're doing it. I want him to aim like right up here.
What?
What's
You want him to throw you into the side of the castle?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Because if I hit here, that's totally cool. If I go over the top, I'm fucked.
That's true.
And if he aims here and I hit here, that's no good.
Nope.
But if I hit here, like,
You're
I'm
good.
I'm cool with that.
All right. I questioned you and I apologize.
I'm literally sitting next to him on a flying broom, just watching.
Omen and Jim and Omen, Jim, and Benwin, you can put your minis where you'd like the dragons to drop you off or where your broom is. There are these weird floaty
I want to be up by the
platforms.
Yeah. Up here in the courtyard.
Yep. You don't see any guardians
Omen,
on
here's
this
you.
part of the castle. This castle seems to be completely unoccupied.
Here.
You're both going to be up there?
You just want to check it out?
Do I
Yeah.
want to split the
All right.
party?
Well, is there somewhere I should be?
No, it seems fine. Here, but if you're going to be up there, I'm going to be with you.
Okay.
Yeah,
Benwin?
I'm not splitting the party. Fuck you.
Yeah, my fear is that there's going to be some mechanism that we have to work on to get that door open over there.
Okay.
Oh man, this.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Isn't that great?
Oh, yeah.
Would you look at that?
The sad thing is that wasn't a joke. I was very genuine. Oh, yeah. Under the doors.
Okay.
We're serious when we say we don't get to see this stuff first.
All right. The dragons drop Omen, Benwin.
Yep.
You're safely where you want to be. Jim, you're still on your broom, exactly where you want to be. He's going to pitch you. Here we go.
I wouldn't mind if it was lower on the tower. Just to be. I'm kind of going to coach him a little bit through this.
All right. Not a great roll.
Give him some notes.
What's this?
And as you go flying through the air, you start to just, maybe it's the wind he didn't account for. You're not as solid as a boulder.
Okay.
And it seems to drift you to the right of where you want to go.
Okay. Towards that window?
No, toward the glass solarium.
I love solariums.
All right.
You
are about to hit the glass.
Can I hit it with the feather
some
fall real
iron
quick?
strips there.
There are.
I like iron strips even better than solariums.
Okay, I would like you to make a dexterity saving throw.
What?
Okay.
You opening the Reese's Puffs?
I'm eating some Reese's Puffs.
That's a 17.
Thank you.
All right. Yes, when your body strikes the glass, it shatters, and you manage to hold on to the iron rungs. I'm just going to remove this so you can kind of see what's underneath.
What?
Man, that is gorgeous.
That is. It's
A
beautiful.
few beautiful trees.
Are these carnivorous trees?
We don't know. And you're just sort of now hanging up above them with shards of glass raining down onto the ground below. But you also take...
Tree damage.
10 ongoing tree
You
damage.
take 22 points of damage.
Wow.
Nice.
You have not used your uncanny dog.
I will if I can
Yes.
justify that.
Yes.
Now, do I get a dex save for half or something like that? I take it.
Sure.
Yeah, but I'm going to let you reduce it. just by virtue of
Okay.
your skill set.
Cool, thank you.
So yes, you are now hanging in the iron lattice of the shattered solarium roof.
Okay.
And you can put your mini there if you've got it. All
right.
Yes.
Just for shits and giggles,
wherever.
Pat, how many hit points do you have
On a
left?
tree or something.
Less than 100. Where are my hit points? Oh, 59. I'm at 47.
Okay.
What's your armor class, Viari?
That's a very personal question.
20.
All right. As you cling to the apparatus or the lattice work, you are shot by 2 arrows.
Shit.
Damn. I didn't know trees could shoot arrows.
There's much you do not know about the giant kind.
They seem to come from the larger tower.
Oh, yeah, it wasn't the trees at all. It was those
One of them hits you for 12.
Wow.
And the other hits you for 15.
What sort of arrows are these? Arrows?
They're sharp arrows.
There is
pointy
unrest
kind.
in the forest.
We had 2 dragons and an airship. I'm just.
All
We
right.
had 2 dragons and an airship.
What would
But
the rest
you
of
had
you
to
like
have
to
your fire
do?
giant
Binwin.
friend do this Cirque du Soleil shit.
Remember the PowerPoint I put together about drawing fire?
Mm-hmm.
That's my role.
Is that what's happening?
Well,
Okay.
No, it was your PowerPoint.
Well,
Did
you told me that was my job.
here, I need you to hide in those trees.
Did we see this occur? Did we see him get thrown?
You expected him to land somewhere. When you heard the shattering of glass, you anticipated he went into the solarium.
All right. So we need to go save Viari.
No, exactly. But the interns also need to wheel the ship over with Flabbergast's help.
Oh,
And
for
we-
God's sake.
And we need that thing to be raining, arcane damage and arrows.
I love how you have a broom, 2 flying dragons, and a flying ship, and he has the dude throw him.
Yeah.
All right. So
Things I do for you,
But
Jerry.
you had a robot full of fire.
yeah, but I pulled that shit off, son.
Yeah.
What ho,
All right.
Patrick?
Yeah, what ho, Pat? Don't get.
Oh, what up?
Yeah, don't get penetrated by that
There
thing.
you go.
All right, so we're talking about a full bombardment on that last tower since we're not there. I want to make those parapets or
Where
whatever
are you, Omen?
incredibly unsafe.
Back behind that tower.
I'm back
Oh,
over
okay.
here. We can
So you
peek-
can't really see anything over here at the
I
moment.
totally can with my magic vision.
Oh.
But once we hear the shattering of the glass, we got to start working our way over there.
Okay.
But the main thing is that this is a platform, a battle platform, a fully operational battle station.
All right, great. Okay.
Good
Yeah.
idea. Also, the dragons are going to bring the giant.
Put them where you want them.
Just have him drop the giant right
Yeah, they
on
just
there.
Put him up there. Can the dragons just drop him
you're
onto
gonna
that
put
tower?
them up here.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Outstanding.
Let him go crazy?
Ah!
I'm sure that he wants to.
Go nuts, buddy. You do you.
YOLO.
Oh, smash.
All right, you hear carnage from over here.
Timmy trusted us.
Yeah. He's got a lot to. It's Isohedrus.
This is Isohedrus.
Oh man, fuck him.
Isohedrus strafes your ship, killing all your interns, and comes over toward your tower. You can just set them down somewhere. Or actually, if you want to put them up there, that's great. Good luck with that, though.
Uh-oh.
Excellent.
Dungeons and fucking Dragons.
And he says, I want what you stole from me.
Somebody else stole it from us.
Lie.
No, not lies.
All right. Jim, what would you like to do?
Yeah, I mean, I want to reiterate, I think, what Omen said earlier. That
I want to double up on that point.
yeah, I want to make sure he understands that we don't have this rod. That it's actually up here in this tower that's crackling.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh.
You want me to be the persuader here?
Wait, can I make him my friend?
That's a pretty cool spell.
For the duration, you have advantage on all charisma checks directed at one creature.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will say, dragons have pretty good magic resistance, and is that like charm?
Yeah,
That
would
a
it
different thing?
insult him if I try to charm him?
It would insult me.
Yeah.
And I am relatively genial compared to a dragon.
Do it. Uh-oh.
11, just a straight 11, just trying to be cool, man.
Yeah, you see his nose and his eyes get very, very angry, and he bares his fangs at you. And coming out of his nostrils, you just feel this blast of
Wait.
cold air.
Can't you make it so that there's like a sphere of truth?
A zone of truth?
Yeah, a zone of truth.
Yeah.
I tell you to cast it, and then I tell him the exact same thing. And I said, magically, I am obligated to tell you the truth. And that rod is up there with that dude. We do not have it.
The six parts of this rod are
6
on their
parts
way
are
now.
up there.
So you're getting ready to cast a zone of truth?
Yep.
And what are you doing, Benwin?
I'm in a zone of truth.
All right.
Binwin?
Binwin goes.
Binwin,
Yeah.
just think hard. Think hard about it, man.
I recommend challenging the dragon to a game of chess.
What?
No, I don't.
No.
You
I
do
say-
notice there's a big-ass chessboard dominating the top of
Yes.
that tower. Each
Yeah.
of those pieces is the size of a human-sized suit of armor,
Right.
and is basically an armored automaton, although
Right.
they don't seem animate at the moment.
I say I've always been attracted to dragons.
Right.
I don't know.
I say, great isohedrus, you need to understand our purpose here is to keep the rod of 7 parts from just becoming like one big rod.
Of one part.
Okay, make an insight check.
Yeah, there's something going on here that we don't know. A 14.
White dragons
Yeah.
are fucking dumb.
Oh.
And he just gives you this sort of glassy look,
Oh.
this hungry, like, blah, 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 human talking, more eating.
I see. Yeah. Giants, bad.
Take rod.
Giants, take rod. Giants, make big rod.
So I've got an arrow in me, right?
He's
Yes.
dumb, he's not Nell.
I'm going to take an arrow out of me,
Yep.
and I'm going to throw it at the dragon so he thinks they shot him.
Good, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I
Right.
love it.
That's brilliant.
Love it.
Make
I
a ranged
love-
attack. This is technically an improvised weapon, the way you're using it, so don't add your proficiency bonus, just your dexterity modifier.
Okay. That is 16.
All right. That is certainly enough to throw it where you intended. It bounces off the side of the dragon's head.
Even if it just is like tink,
Yep.
and then I let go of the frame.
Why don't you bring that little old dragon over here?
Drown in the trees.
Incredible.
So good.
You were so persuasive.
Incredible.
Chomp, 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 chomp. The two silver dragons loop around your tower.
I just look through this pyramid and it's like, holy shit. Like, I'm taking this all in.
Yep. You see your airship just sort of veer off.
Missed.
Yeah.
I get my sending stone out and I say, Flabbergast, what the fuck are you doing?
Getting out of breath weapon range, sir.
I need you to come around and shield the airship behind the second tower.
Oh, yes, sir.
It might be theater of the mind. We'll see. There we go. Perfect.
All right.
No, you know what? Put it over here. Put it over here.
I liked it better over
Yeah, no, you're right.
Better like this, better like this.
All right.
So he's just going buck wild over there.
Yes.
Isohedrus has just gone nuts.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And you can actually see the dragon is smashing its way through the dome now and attacking this giant.
What exactly is he doing to the giant? It doesn't look like attacking.
And the giant...
a dragon and a giant love each other very much.
Turns out dragons and giants hate each other, and this one is casting spells at it.
Oh, that's right.
All right, have we seen any evidence of the ship that's supposed to come and bring these rod parts?
No.
Maybe they won't notice, and when they show up, we can just pretend to be the giants.
Yeah. No, we're going to get
on
a
a
really
big
big coat.
Yeah.
Kind of wobble out there.
Hey. Hello, fellow giants.
3 tickets to Animal House, please.
The silver dragons just sort of swoop around your tower.
Right.
Eager for any other commands you want to
exactly.
give them.
I say, from the edge of this, I say, Vandal, is there another ship coming to this castle? There was supposed to be a ship.
I didn't see one.
Delivering parts.
Catarax, did you see one?
Do one circle. Do one circle of the towers.
All right, he'll disappear down into the clouds.
I'll just scamper up to the up top.
Done.
Yeah, I need to heal you up.
Yeah.
Tim, you're still on your broom, so...
Yeah, I guess I'm going to circle around too and see if I can see the ship coming in anywhere.
Nope. You do a full circuit. Now, granted, there's clouds everywhere, so if the ship were coming, you might not see it until we're practically right on the castle. But to the best of your knowledge, there's nothing else around you.
Yeah, it's a little bad over here. I'm down
and
to 20.
it's at that point in time I need you to make a perception check.
Everybody?
12.
All right. You do not see the griffin come up behind you and try to snatch.
Okay.
Oops.
And you're like, that's a griffin.
Oh, now I know. With the beak, right.
All right.
16.
Okay. Does 17 hit your armor class?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah,
right.
it does.
Yes, one more.
You are snatched up in its claws.
Oh,
just make a dexterity saving. No, make a.
Hold on. Can I?
Yep.
I have a +5 to animal handling. For some reason, Jim is really good with animals. Can I just put my hand on his cheek and try to calm him?
I want to see that. I want to see that.
So first things first, just make either a strength check or a dexterity check to hang on to your broom.
Okay.
You're going to Crocodile Dundee this griffin.
15 dexterity.
You're good. Now make your animal handling
No,
check.
listen, love this animal. Inside.
18.
You have a griffin.
Yeah. I will call you Beauty.
I will
Please hand
call
that
you what?
Beauty.
Hey, Scott, can you hand that to Mike? That's his griffin.
Can I have your broom?
Yeah. I leap onto the back of the griffin and I just sort of shoot you my broom.
Broom!
All right, Ben.
Orf on a broom!
You take off on the broom and whisk around. It's the best feeling ever, the wind blowing through your beard.
Would it be possible? I see that there is a telescope, maybe an old one, laid up against the edge of this. Is it even possible for a human to lift it?
I
I understand the telescopes are very fragile devices.
You would have to try, but if you want to go over and try
I want to try to bring it over to one of these edges so that I can start scanning the skies for this
Okay.
Good idea.
Craft.
Yeah, absolutely. Just make a strength athletics check to manage this awkward thing. All right.
It's good. It's high.
All right. So you're able to carry it over your shoulder like a big
drag
caber,
it.
like a big caber,
Yeah.
and you sort of get it over to the edge,
And
and
it
then it
falls off?
slips right out of your grasp and right off the castle wall.
Okay. All right. Sounds good.
All right. You guys are
Good
flying.
job. Good job, Jerry.
Viari?
Do we want to all get over there and take advantage of the confusion?
Exactly.
Well, but our rod is
How far
over
can you
there.
throw me?
What's that? I can't listen. That's not happening
It's
anymore.
We got two dragons. They could each take us over there.
Yeah, the dragons can take us over there. We also need, we'll just go right up to the top. We don't need to worry about this door.
He did. We took care of that.
No. Two, just for your own purpose, 2 cure wounds cast at level 3. It's okay.
All right. Now, Jim, when you were doing your surveillance of the top of this tower, you saw some doorways leading in to various places. But now, when you look at it, riding around on your griffin, there's a fire giant fighting Dragonborn.
Okay.
And men in Drawn Enterprises armor. And there's a spell duel / dragon fight going on in the tower above, and there's breath weapons flying everywhere. It's a very dangerous location.
Okay.
People will get hurt if they land here. What would you like to do?
I guess not land.
Door.
Yeah, I'll go to the door.
Yeah.
So are you going to tackle the door?
Tackle the door?
Yeah, with the griffin.
Well,
Oh. Yeah, I'll fly him straight into it.
Which door?
all right.
That big door in the back, right?
This one here?
This one?
Which?
Well, there's
this door?
not that door. That door?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, front door.
Which door here is that door?
That's the door I want to
door.
go in.
Yeah.
I want to get up to cruising speed,
All right.
and then I want to go
Claws out.
right through that door.
Claws and beak.
All right.
That only works in the movies. I'm pretty sure.
The griffin slams into the door, and the door does not move.
Oh!
Make a
Not at all?
dexterity saving throw.
On the plus
good.
side, birds
20.
have super strong bones.
They're known for their dense bones. Yeah, I got a 20 on acrobatics.
All right. The stunned bird reels back and falls.
Ted Griffey Jr.
But you,
Onto the bridge.
but you, it topples. It's sort of flying when it hit, so it kind of bounces off the bridge, and then because it's got claws instead of hands, it just sort of topples off.
No!
That's what you get for having claws instead of hands. I'm sorry.
But
Get
you
some fucking hands.
land safely on the bridge.
Do I detect like a magical seal around the door?
You just think it's a mighty thick door. It
All
could be,
right,
but
I'm gonna-
even the biggest door is still susceptible to the Jim Dark Magic.
Yeah, can I hit it with a fireball?
That's one thing you could do.
I can hit it.
Knock. Another good spell.
What, they're just gonna open it?
If only you knew
No,
someone.
the spell knock.
Oh, I don't have knock.
Yeah, you do.
You just got pyrotechnics. Yeah.
If only you
Let-
knew someone who liked knocking down doors.
Yeah. Let Benwin go
Yeah,
to work.
I'll whistle to Binwin.
All right, so
This isn't magical, it's just a strong door. I don't know what to do. I'm
Binwin!
befuddled.
So I come down and I land.
Yep.
And then I take my broom and I'm like, did you lose your griffin?
I set him free.
Oh.
Yeah, if you love something, right?
You know what I mean? He was born to fly, and I let him soar.
I go, well, here, this was fun.
Oh, yeah, I take my broom back.
And then I don't even ask. I see a door. I'm charging the fucker.
All right. Make a strength athletics check.
This was like a 300-pound
And-
griffin
and
or
Binwin?
something, right?
What's that? You have the Door Slayer Prestige class.
Yes.
So I'm going to give you advantage on your roll.
Binwin Doorsbane.
I'm gonna rage the door.
Excellent.
I see this door and I'm like, you son of a bitch.
There you go.
All right. The door explodes in front of him.
It's an aerosol.
Knock, knock, motherfuckers!
Sending tiny toothpick-sized flinders scattering throughout the interior hall, which looks like
Wow.
Son of a bitch.
Cool.
Who's that?
Oh, he's cool.
All right, Binwin, you can put yourself inside if you want.
Hell yeah.
I want to sidle in behind you too.
Sup? Knock down the door. You coming in?
Coming in.
All right, bam.
If we can get the dragons to drop us off.
They will.
Yep. Yeah, but they want to be in here too because I can see their boy in there.
Are they small enough to? Wow, it's a huge door. They got.
Yeah, it's real big, and there's no roof, so they just drop in from the top.
You see your dragons. Getting the lay of the land, there's this little foyer here, but you see a throne room beyond with a magnificent-looking cloud giant with a big glaive of some kind. There is a glowing light coming up out of the floor here.
Cool.
And you can just begin to see what appears to be a dragon that looks immobile and is transfixed by something, but you can't quite make it out because it's dark.
Ooh.
The silver dragons need to start this. The tiny humanoids do not need to start this.
The giant creates a ball of green flame and hurls it from the throne down through the archway into the foyer where it explodes. I'd like you all to make dexterity saving throws.
Counterspell.
Oh.
Make an ability check using your spellcasting ability.
We really need this.
I know.
Inspiration.
Inspiration?
Can I use it after the fact to get a reroll? Inspiration? Yeah.
Sure.
Absolutely.
All right, no, but higher.
I need it higher. Can't roll. I cannot roll. 8.
All right. You're casting the spell, and by the time you get halfway through it, this green flame. I love you guys! Explodes and fills up the foyer, and everybody needs to make their dex save. Boom.
Try this thing. Oops.
18.
You're good. And you're
Oh,
going to take
shit.
a quarter of the damage. How you doing there?
Shit. I assume 4 is low.
$16.
You're good?
11.
Okay. Omen and Binwin, you take 36 points of fire damage.
Oh my God. That
Jim,
would
you take
killed
18.
Me. What?
Half damage. You take 9 if you want to uncanny dodge it.
Actually, I've got evasion.
Holy
Oh, well. Oh, sorry, that's what I... Yeah.
Save for none.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait.
No.
Wait.
Yes, Scott.
Michael Failhour told me to remember this, and I didn't. I have danger sense. I have advantage on dex saves.
Hey!
14.
Good.
I'm good?
Yeah,
Half damage?
take half damage, which
Say
is
louder!
18.
$60.
Jesus.
That's my girlfriend's age. She teaches me so much.
All right, I'll just leave him up there. Okay, so you guys, when the smoke clears and the flame clears, you are standing singed in this foyer. The giant just sort of smiles. And you can see he's got a visor that covers the lower half of his face and his mouth, and he says, "How did you like that?" Hurts, don't it?
Wasn't great.
All right, so we are in here. Silver Dragon friends.
Yes.
Silver Dragon transfixed. Strange pool.
The Silver Dragons, your friends, are actually outside now. You see they've gotten into a bit of an entanglement with Isohedrus.
Oh.
Son of a bitch.
Well, I'd rather that happen than him come in behind
All right,
us.
so are we talking about an initiative situation?
Yes, please.
we go.
Initiative!
Whoops.
12.
12.
What is the AI symbol on these dice?
1.
Shit. 3.
All right.
16.
16.
10.
All right, so we're going Pat, Mike, Jerry, Scott.
Okay.
All right, Pat.
There's things that we don't know about this yet, right?
Yeah. I know who a bad guy is.
He took the ceiling away.
That's good.
Yes, there's a chandelier up here. There are no chandeliers in the main hall.
Probably on purpose. They heard about you.
Yes.
They know about your shit.
How far is it in there?
Oh,
Like what's the distance?
so it's about 100 feet to the throne.
100 feet,
No, I'll say about 80 feet.
80 feet.
Wait, did it go from 100 to 8?
80.
Oh, 80.
It's whatever range you want it to
Whatever
be.
you need, Pat. Whatever helps you finish that next book, buddy.
Okay, I'll take a
Wow.
I'll take a full movement in,
Okay,
and that'll be the
move your guy.
So is that like this much?
You can move.
30.
I'll tell you what, put your guy wherever you want, Pat.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
It should make us happy.
Yeah.
But it annoys us.
It hurts.
Now, you have a choice, Pat. If you do that, you're choosing him over us.
I really legitimately just wanted to take my first move in so I could see the full scene before I
Absolutely.
decided the rest of my action.
That's what we need.
So, like, is that about 30?
Sure.
Okay. So,
less than
what do I
30.
see in terms of this dragon staring at and being
I'm glad you
fascinated?
asked. So this silver dragon has painted on his scales arcane runes. They look like they were painted fairly recently, and they're covering his body. You can see above him, floating in sort of tiny orbs, are pieces of the rod. You see exactly 6 of them. This stone seems to be the thing that has the dragon's interest. The dragon cannot take its eyes off of it. And in this black stone, you see little tiny stars, pinpoints of light. He seems to be completely infatuated with it. And you have seen this stone before. Outside of Waterdeep is a small town, a Motte and Bailey fortification called Nightstone. The people who live there are rustic folk, most of them farmers. And there is a keep on top of the motte that serves as the home of Lord and Lady Nandar, who use it as a hunting lodge periodically. But it's a very tranquil, idyllic place. That place is so named because in its village square was a stone just like this, which the villagers called the Nightstone, and it was a warding stone against dragons.
Oh.
This is the same village that you grew up in.
What? Dun dun dun.
Oh, now you got him, Chris. You got him.
I don't understand. You grew up in a cloud castle?
He was a giant that got smaller as he aged.
Oh.
You can still see sort of clumps of dirt around the base of this stone to suggest it was wrenched from its previous location and brought
It
here.
could be a dragon attractor more than anything if you're just staring at it.
Yeah.
Oh, and this thing is like as big as a Stonehenge stone.
Yes, it's mighty.
Oh, and are there stories about this stone? Like, if so long as the dragons didn't look at it, or it's like if they're just around it? Do I know?
It seems, make a history check to try to remember minute details.
Boom!
No, yeah, I mean, you grew up here. Like, you know this.
All dragons really have to do is lay eyes on it, and they can be affected by
They're
it.
neutralized by it.
Yes.
Okay.
I have a solution.
Okay, so do I. I think I'm gonna. What's yours first?
My solution is to stone shape a thin barrier up right in front of it.
That's awesome.
If this doesn't work, do that.
Yeah.
I have my cunning action,
Yes.
so I can use that for a second dash.
Sure.
And
Why not?
Boy, his actions take a long time to resolve.
really
don't
and
they?
I just take off my cloak and I throw it right over the top of the stone where he's looking at.
That's a long way to throw it. Are you
No,
going to
I
run right up
take the dash to get there,
there? Are you going to go straight?
straight there.
Okay.
I want to snap him out of it.
You could also put the cloak
Oh
over.
shit! The
You could also
fucking
put the
radiant.
Did you fall in a pit?
Yeah, the moon door opened underneath your feet.
Featherfall.
I'll get back to you in just a moment. Omen,
I thought Jim was second.
a great light spills up.
I found something.
Did you fall? Or so are you straight up falling? Is this like
Isn't Jim after?
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry.
Yeah, yeah,
yes.
Didn't work out too great
Sorry,
for the last
Jim,
one,
you're
so I
next.
fell in a pit.
So I just saw him drop straight down.
Yep.
Yeah.
I benign transposition us. So he swaps with me, and he's back in the tower, and I'm on my flying broom.
All right.
Dude, you're good at Dungeons and Dragons.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember
gonna
when we
let you do
started,
that.
you hadn't played.
I'd never played D&D.
I know.
Yeah. I'm not going to ask you the range of the spell. I'm not going to ask you if you can see who you have to affect. You do it.
It's
Wow.
It's just cool.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, you're getting the Pat treatment.
It feels good.
so you're in his place now.
Yes.
All right.
And I wanted,
Scott,
I just
can you
straddle
reach
my
down in
broom.
there and maybe fish out poor VRE?
I assume that it's just a straight shot down.
You got me. I was.
He wouldn't know.
I was focused real forward at the moment.
Yeah.
Yes. So you're now falling through clouds.
Yeah, I'm on my broom now.
All
I'm
right.
glad I gave that back.
Yeah, you gave it back to me.
And so that was an action, and you're flying on the broom. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Well, can I use like some movement to shoot back up
Shoot back
towards
up?
the hole?
Yes.
So to speak?
Yes. You come blasting up out of the hole.
Okay.
Like the Millennium Falcon.
Right.
Out of the-
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Clouds are coming off of me.
Hey there.
Great shot, kid. Let's get out of here.
I'm going to cast Stone Shape. I'm going to form 5 cubic feet of the stone in here to basically create a kind of candy shell around this stone, night stone.
All right. You succeed. And as soon as that happens, the dragon shakes its head, comes to its senses, gives a hard look at the cloud giant, and then leaps at him.
Yeah.
And you see him grab the cloud giant around the neck with his jaws.
Ooh.
Nice.
Does he do that lizard thing where they're like,
Yes.
How's that go?
Just like
Could
that.
you do that again for me?
that's what they do. Anyway, I bet it hurts a lot.
All right. Binwin,
Yeah.
what are you up to?
Job's done. I mean,
No, man, run straight up the back of this fucking dragon and decapitate this dude.
can I do that?
You sure can.
Okay, what do I roll?
All right, so first of all, I need you to make a athletics check to climb the
No
dragon.
problem, because I have +7 to athletics.
All right.
Boop. Oh. Fuck these dice.
Rage.
Rage.
Rage doesn't.
I don't know, they were saying it.
I will action surge and try again.
Okay.
Do that.
Okay.
There you go.
13. I don't know. Plus my athletics, +7.
All right. So climbing metallic dragons is a skill you never knew you had.
But you're good at it.
Yes, you leap onto its tail, that you sort of fling from the tail up onto the wing, climb up the frills, leap off the snout. The dragon's like, what the fuck, dude? This is my kill.
Yeah.
And apparently you fall behind the throne because I just dropped your mini. But don't sweat it. You can make your attack.
Okay. I'm raging. I'm raging. I'm doing reckless attack.
See, he's got you. He's got you.
All right.
Yeah. Hit it.
First attack.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a hit.
Excellent.
16 + 7.
All right.
I'm not going to add that. You do that.
Okay.
Second attack. Don't worry.
Yeah, it's okay.
18.
Well, that's a hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And my third attack, which I guess is my dick. Swinging the axe with my dick. Oh, that's cocked. That's cocked.
Jack dice.
Got to throw it in the box. 19.
Hit.
Okay.
All right, bring it.
Nice.
Right. So just get a handful of dice and then roll all of the dice.
Perkins, I got a lot of math for you. You ready?
Shoot.
Okay. So, that's not an 8-sided dice. So, a 5, a 7, and a 2.
Okay, that's 14.
+4 3 times.
That's, what did I say?
Said 14.
29. We're at 29.
26, yeah.
26. I'll do the last part. 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. Ah, shit. All the theaters saw that. Counting on my fingers, my best friend was a teacher. 36.
Okay. You drive huge axes into the sides of his shoulder blades, down into his neck. Blood starts to spurt all over you and the dragon. The giant is still alive.
Oh.
Wow.
Got a lot of hit points, these giants. You
Back to the
have
top?
suddenly found yourself back whence you started.
You need to fix this, Fury.
And after you transpose this, I still throw the cloak.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
It lands on the fire-scorched floor.
I'm really glad I didn't get it over Binwin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to fix this giant problem.
I don't want to go up over the top of the dragon. Can I get in behind underneath that wing there?
Yeah, if you want to go up there, that's fine.
Yeah, I will join the melee if it looks like there's a decent chance I'm not going to get trampled to death by a dragon.
I'm giving up on moving your figure.
Okay, that's cool.
All right.
So yeah, I'll just jump in there.
Sorry.
So the Apocalypse Dagger.
Oh, you're using the Apocalypse Dagger.
Yeah, I got the sword and the dagger.
All right.
And the dagger got the 20.
So, yeah. But what about the 7? What is that?
The 7 is a 15.
I use the war. If it's not a hit, I use War God's Inspiration to fix it.
Okay, good job.
Yep.
Wow.
That's a hit now.
Okay.
2 hits.
Yep. So resolve your primary weapon first.
1, 2, 3.
A lot of dice. Do it. Kill him.
Finish him.
Murder.
Oh, you.
What?
10, 18, 23.
I thought we had a deal.
All right, good job. That badly wounds the giant, but he's still alive.
Oh my gosh.
The Apocalypse Dagger.
This motherfucker. But that crit. Don't forget that
That's
crit.
right.
Oh, no, I got you.
Oh, that's right. It's a crit on the Apocalypse Dagger. Okay, this is what happens.
We don't have to know what happened.
You don't have to make any rolls. When the Apocalypse Dagger sinks into this giant's flesh, you see the giant's flesh just burn away from its skeleton completely.
Oh,
wow.
And its skeleton turns black, and radiating out from the dagger is a blast of this energy that washes over you, your friends, the dragon, the room, the tower, and beyond.
Uh-oh.
I would like...
This was the Apocalypse Dagger?
I would like everybody to make Constitution saving throws.
I got +0.
$18.
Good job.
13.
Good job.
15.
Good job.
Oh no!
I got 6.
All right. You see your hand just sort of blacken and crisp, and the flesh just burn away, and it burns all up you as well, tearing flesh away from the bone.
What?
I just need to know, does it feel good?
Uncanny dodge.
this,
Uncanny dodge.
This looks bad, but I don't want to take anything for granted here.
Is it warm?
Does it, do I feel like filled with some sort of
It's
wonderful
exfoliating.
fiery exfoliating
It's
power?
revealing his skin's
It
freshest.
feels
It really is.
hot and destructy. And you see your arm just get disintegrated
So I'm
all the way up to your shoulder.
Literally being burned from the inside.
Yes.
Beep,
Okay.
boop, boop. Beep, 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 boop, boop, beep, beep. Hello, Morgan Webb.
Hey, there is an opening for an intern.
It's Scott.
I still have a bonus action.
Yep.
I would like, I say,
Yeah. So he's down one arm now?
No, I am on this. I am 100% on this.
All right.
It's a collaboration between Timora and myself.
Okay.
You're a bard. Heal yourself.
Got the Song of Arms.
Yeah.
Grow a new one.
Yeah.
So I should say that as this wave of destructive energy washed over to you, you all took 24 points of damage.
What?
Patrick, you ended up taking 48 points of damage.
Oh, I've got one left.
And
What's up? What are you looking at me for?
because you have a plan, I know you do.
I'm dead.
Yeah, so
I had 16.
Yeah.
And I took 24.
Yes.
I'm dead.
You're at 0.
You're dead.
I'm
You're
gonna
unconscious. Now, the dragon also took that damage and was a little bit shocked by it and just kind of tumbled back down into the hole, not dead, but just getting away from the destructive energy. You also heard screams from the blast above.
That's right.
I would like to say, if that dragon dies because of this, then I get that XP.
Calling it.
Yeah. That's fair.
That's fair.
Also
fair.
for Jim.
Also for Jim.
Thank you.
You know,
What am I worth?
I
Jim's
rush
challenge
to
rating?
Jim
Yeah.
and spare the dying.
Okay.
And I get fucking flabbergasted on the horn.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Yeah, he needs to bring that shit down here underneath the edge of the parapet. That shit needs to slide right over here, and we're gonna go right out on this magical fucking bridge. We're gonna get on that boat and we're gonna get the fuck out of here.
Does the hole go right down to the bottom?
But
Not
you
come up
spared the
underneath?
dying on
No,
Mike.
hey, don't worry. I'm on it. I don't know how long it's gonna take fucking Flabbergast to do this, so I'm just gonna tell him to do it now. So, but these rod parts are no longer floating over the dragon, right?
No, they are now clattering down onto the floor.
Yeah,
In fact,
and
one of them is rolling toward the edge of the.
Nope, Mage Hand.
Nope.
You
nope,
can't, you're dead.
Nope.
I snatch it.
All right.
What's happening?
Make a leap
Yeah.
for it. No. That's going to be a dexterity
Is that wisdom?
acrobatics.
Is that wisdom?
Is that religion?
Oh wait, dexterity and acrobatics. Wait, I got this.
Yeah.
Ah! And no arm.
20?
No. 19.
Good enough.
That piece was the piece that was rammed up Jim's ass.
I can't think about that now.
And you reach, as it goes over the edge, you snatch it in open air and pull it back close to you.
Yeah. Whew, so close.
Apparently knocking everything off the table at the same time.
I'm scooping these. I'm grabbing these parts.
Yeah.
I've already told Flabbergast to roll over here.
Yes.
These are going right in the. Spell components are coming out. Rod
right.
parts are going in.
All right.
Can you hit me with the rod? It's the healing rod, right?
It's a heal rod.
Yeah. I've got multiple ways to do this. I'm gonna heal. I'm actually gonna cast Prayer of Healing
Okay.
to give a larger group heal.
Sure. Healing for everyone.
That'll heal him.
Let it work from the inside.
Yeah, 12 exactly.
Yeah.
It's a suppository.
Yeah.
True absorption.
Right.
12.
What's that?
12
right.
12 hit points for everybody.
Everybody.
Oh, so I go back up?
Yep.
Up 12?
Yep.
Yep.
All right, no, we gotta, I'm
And you hear the airships are come underneath the moon door. You see the big red.
so we can drop down on there, climb
Yeah,
down
you can
the
drop
mesh.
right down into the crow's nest.
Yep. That's exactly.
Now,
Yeah.
Hey, Tipsy died the way he lived.
On fire?
Let's hit it.
Drunk as shit.
he's only got one arm.
Yeah.
You've got the healing rod.
Yeah. I've got the healing rod.
One
I'm
arm.
gonna touch that to his bony ass arm.
All right. When the rod touches your arm, you grow a new arm.
What?
This is
And-
a primo rod.
And you get back 70 hit points.
Does it look like his old arm?
Nah.
No, it's all chrome.
Yeah.
Viari, jerk off with that tonight.
Try it.
I
Just
bet it
try
feels different.
Feels like the first time.
You hop onto the crow's nest.
Crow's nest.
Dead-handed tonight.
You-
Mesh down in here.
Yep, you're on the crow's nest of your airship.
Yeah.
Nice.
We're pulling the lever and getting out.
No, wait. We gotta loot this body.
And away you go.
Yeah. He's happy.
Apparently the fire giant was completely forgotten.
Yeah.
Left
He
behind.
also died the way he lived, on fire.
All right, so you are down in the clouds. Nobody can see you. You just hear kind of chaos in the castle behind you, a roar of a really big dragon, and you escape to live another day. Thank you for coming out, everyone. That's our show for this evening. Happy Labor Day. See you next year.
Where he's gonna go.
Wait a moment.
Now, one moment. You might not want to leave yet. Mr. Backpack Guy. You might want to sit your ass down. Do you have a goblin problem? Don't be maudlin. I know just the guys to solve them. Late night, got into a fight with a brewery, and now you're down several gems and jewelry. You've got a dragon in a glittering cave. You might have seen a spider queen skitter away. Can't rest your head, 'cause restless dead are coming in waves. You've got a kraken cracking your craft, half-mast in a daze. Then come be amazed, for I am no mere blusterer. Trust that all I need is a customer.
I am asked by the king, how goes the ghost thing? I can't answer. I stall with my banter, call for another decanter. Tried to pry it out with a guard, but it's dug in hard like a cancer. Amid all the damage, all I manage to exercise is gold. We don't need to see a priest, but a financer. I'm troubled by the tenor of my tribulations, doubled by the way the borders rub between the nations, vexations manifold, and truth be told, I'm losing patience with these offers of service, numbers dwindling like kindling called to a furnace. I'm appalled I'm losing agents to the slaughter subsurface.
Excuse me. I didn't mean to overhear you, but you're the type of motherfucker that I'd like to lend an ear to. Acquisitions Incorporated. I'm the CEO and president. And we eject a spirit like a specter expectorant.
I'd love it if it was just one fucking ghost man. Sure, that's how it started, but the departed brought the whole fam. Billowing clouds of withering, willowing crowds, shrouds trailing. I'm trying to host a feast while they're wailing.
This is all situated within my skill set. I'm a veteran. You better begin to get your quill wet.
I've heard that before and been burned. Sent warlocks galore and said warlocks never returned. Scores of dwarves died alongside their warforged retinue. Have you ever had a dwarf corpse threaten you?
I see the problem. You went with our competitors. Let me tell you how we do it betterer. Bin to the wind got the axes on his backses. Rage and watch his deadly blade spin upon an axis. Test the metal of his kettle, acetylene heat. And who better to battle? He's got the great cleave feat. Dark magic, comma, Jim. Come at him, he occludes like an occult eclipse. Viari's got the moves like dagger, apocalypse. And I'm a Menefis kid. I get the shit that's hid. I'll hit you with the reasonable bid. I'm ill like the chills, getting brain like an illithid.
I'm not impressed by a list of assistants. If y'all desire to acquire the pith of my business, then listen. I'm not thick-witted. No hiding wraiths around the place like a kid's trick did it. I need 'em hit flatter than Bisquick, get it? Stick that in the contract language. Not vanished, but vanquished. Back where they're sourced from. Banished from the plane like it's Air Force One. Bludgeon them like Quidditch.
I'ma let you finish. But I'm finna bust in a wizard cap like Minish. Regardless of environ, I tote iron like spinach. The victory's definitive. It's not win-ish.
It's so good.
Okay. What if you're stuck alone in catacombs stuffed with bones?
I can't be harrowed because I eat the fucking marrow like a scone.
What if this ghost no plea but rolls deep like some undead king of Thebes?
I put a pharaoh on the straight and narrow slinging arrows at these dweebs.
What if you incur a necromancer's ire as he stirs an eldritch fire?
I'll twist his wicked spire into chicken wire.
I think you're hired.
Good night.